fall out of ball. If you want to be a wise guy, you can do it anywhere. If you want to be a strong man, you can do it anywhere. If you want to be an Indian chief, cowboy, you can do it in the ring. You can't do it in the mall.
The most electrifying line in sports entertainment today. If you smell what the Rock is cooking, hate me if you can survive if I let you. I'm figuring and thinking there's nothing gonna stop the Macho Man Randy Savage now. I'm the man, I'm the icon, and yes, you can't bow. I am God.
The number one show on the net that leads to the best in your head like Goldberg Net. For the punks and the perverts, this is how it works with Terry Funk and Knox Baker. Check Ishman and Barbie, they got the cheap heat, so sit back and have a seat. They got questions from the fans, in your head is the man from Australia to Japan.
Shake down the road, get back to back up the Mississippi. I have the brain and demons. We are bigger. We are faster. And we are all night long. All you idiots, punks, perverts, and fools, be sure and tune in and listen to this show.
All right, and I am here once again at In Your Head Wrestling Radio. I am the internet icon, the pride of the pilgrims, the most honest man in all of podcasting. Handsome Jackie Jones! Boom, boom, yeah! I got Tazo here in the chat rocking out. If you smell you know what? Out in the Brooklyns. Woo! All right, that's all I got tonight, guys. Thanks for checking out the show. We'll be back. No. We're just getting started here. So it's In Your Head, back on our original night. Back in the day of old, for some of you newcomers like Jonathan Jackson, that little whippersnapper, he's only been around a couple seasons of In Your Head. We started back in the day, live on Wednesday nights at 6:05 p.m. Eastern. Since then, people have copied the 05 thing that I copied from TBS back in the day. But much like Dynamite, it's just 1 week. So, is someone out there? Are they doing a show right now? Am I taking someone's spot? Are we gonna battle it out to the bitter end to try to beat each other in this ratings for one week? I didn't understand what was so important. It wasn't like Dynamite was moving to a new night every week. They're moving one week to the new night because of I don't know, some kind of basketball game or some type of sporting event, football game of some sort. So they moved to Tuesday up against NXT, which depending on the week, it's either developmental or it's the third brand. You know, it just depends if it's important this week or not. So the idea, look, whenever a show moves one night, it usually doesn't do good in the ratings because everyone's used to, I am watching this show on whatever night. So they moved to Tuesday. Both shows are throwing everything out there. For some reason, it's such an important deal that NXT has to beat Dynamite on this one Tuesday and vice versa. Who cares? But so anyway, they throw out everything. You got John Cena. They got The Undertaker. The other shows doing an angle based on real life atrocities in Israel, because this is just so important that they beat the other show on this one night, and then next week they're on other nights again. So I didn't understand it. I thought it was, to me, it was kind of silly that it was such a big deal. But what gets me is people are like, oh, it's just a coincidence. All this stuff's a coincidence. And I'm going to talk about both shows. Oh, it's just a coincidence that WWE decides to put John Cena and Undertaker on NXT. Just a total coincidence that they happen to do that this night. Oh, yeah, total coincidence. Yeah, of course. It was a total coincidence that he wrote Friedman on the roll of quarters and referenced the story that MJF has told multiple times on the show. Oh, just a coincidence. Don't be so stupid. It wasn't a coincidence. They knew what they were doing with the MJF angle. They knew what they were doing on NXT. They were trying to load the show up. I'm not even saying that's good, bad, or indifferent, but that's what they were doing. Now, the only thing I do think what isn't smart is to give away the Undertaker's return on NXT. Sure, you could bring him back other times if you want to, but there's only one time you can do the first appearance since the retirement, and to do it on NXT, which is not the most important show, I think it was kind of foolish. And so I didn't see NXT just because there's only so much hours in the day. But I did see Undertaker choke slamming Braun Breaker. And, part of me like, oh, that's cool. But I also thought, like, is it cool? Like, so it's are they going to do a match? Probably not. So, and I understand he's the Undertaker. He's a legend and all stuff. But he comes out in, like, street clothes. He comes out to the American Badass tune, I believe. And Braun Breaker's like the current champ, I believe, and he's the possibly the future of the company. Should he get laid out by the old timer? Probably not. So I don't really know what the point of that was, other than just get Undertaker on the show. I'm just gonna start right off with this big angle on. I was gonna go over all of Dynamite, but I actually thought it was a good show overall. But to me, it was marred by the MJF angle with Juice Robinson. Not even the main guy of Bullet Club Gold, but like the second banana of Bullet Club Gold. And I like Juice Robinson, actually. I like this whole group. But so I'm watching it, and he's talking about, they're going to take everything. MJ already took his belt, and then they're going to take the Battle Bowl ring, whatever the hell it's called. And, it's like, whatever, that's fine. But then he starts, takes out the roll of quarters. He's got Friedman written out on it. And then he starts referencing the bully story with the quarters. And I'm like, whoa, what the hell are they doing? Of all the times to do this, when people are getting murdered in Israel, let's do an angle based around anti-Semitism. That sounds like a great thing to do on the wrestling show. When babies are getting decapitated and people are getting raped and murdered in front of their families, that's a good fodder for a wrestling angle. And then people are telling me, you asshole, you piece of shit, they weren't doing that at all. It's an old Memphis angle with the roll of quarters. You're just reading into it, and you're butthurt, and you're all wrong. And I was like, it's pretty obvious what they're doing. Excalibur and Taz said, oh, it hit a nerve because we've heard this story multiple times on the show that we're watching. But oh no, I'm just totally reading into it. And then MJF comes out, says he's fighting against Jewish hate again. Oh, just all coincidence. He just decides to do that. Right after this angle. Oh yeah, of course, that makes total sense. Just a total coincidence. It's got nothing to do with each other. And then today MJF has a big statement saying that they're doing this story to bring attention to racism and all this stuff. So now there's no doubt that's why they're doing it. Now, do you think that's a good angle? Who knows? I don't personally like to see this in my wrestling show. That people say, what about all this stuff? They did all this terrible angles 40, 50 years ago, 30 years. Yeah, they did. Wrestling has a history of bad angles. Does that mean like then I want to see more of them? No, not really. And as an angle itself, if you don't think it's in bad taste to do this angle right now, if that's your prerogative. As storytelling, I think it's terrible because you had the MJF character who always stayed in character. Even at conventions, he was the heel that stayed in character. And then there was a couple months ago, I believe it was on a pay-per-view, where they really went completely against his character, and he was like subservient to Tony Khan, which was against his character in many levels because it was part of the storyline that he could do whatever he wanted because Tony Khan wanted to keep him from going to WWE. And then all of a sudden on a show, him and Adam Cole were, just like these, underlings of Tony Khan's. Very strange. And now, MJF is just outright explaining to you why they're doing this storyline to teach us all a lesson. And that's all well and dandy. That's nice. That's a good cause. I support all that. But you don't go out and tell people that. I have some experience in producing films and as watching movies. And there's always a line you don't cross. Now, almost every story, especially genre, which I work in, horror, science fiction, almost all of that has, subtext. It has social or political commentary within it. Going back forever, honestly, but if we're talking about modern stuff, like going back to, classic TV with Twilight Zone, Star Trek, all this is social commentary, political commentary of that era, told in a story that you could watch as just science fiction. Same thing with horror and different things. Once you cross the line of the subtext and it's super obvious what you're saying, then it becomes preachy and it's no longer really good storytelling. It's not what you want to do. So when you have the guy on Twitter telling you we're doing this story to teach you guys lessons, that's terrible storytelling. You're crossed. So this story is not only, in my opinion, bad taste to do it right now. It's both bad taste and preachy. I don't even know how you could do such a thing. It takes a special talent, and I think they've done it. They're doing an angle in very bad taste for right now, and also being preachy about it with the guy standing there. Hey, I'm Jewish, so I could do all this, and I'm doing this to tell you guys, teach you all a lesson. It's like, what the? So the guy that never breaks kayfabe is completely breaking kayfabe, and both telling you this is a real angle based on reality, but also it is an angle, and to bring attention and get people talking, because that's what you want to do when you watch professional wrestling. You want to start talking about world events. And this is really the best platform for pro wrestling. Now, even if you think it is, that's fine. But you don't go out of your way and tell people what you're supposed to think from whatever story you're telling. You're supposed to present something, and then hopefully the people will get out of it what you want them to get out of it, or maybe they'll get something else. But you don't just tell them, hey, this is my story, and this is what you're supposed to think from it. That's very, very poor. And so I opened this earlier. I was going to open it live, but I didn't do the show last night. So I opened this Pro Wrestling Crate. and there's some cool stuff in it. But this is the official All Elite Wrestling crate. And so when I opened it before Dynamite, and I'll show everyone what's. So all right, so it's cool stuff in here. We got the Darby Allin makeup kit, very fun. We had a Micro Brawler Mini. Now these are blind packages, so you don't know who you're gonna get. Boom, Chris Jericho. I got very cool, very nice, very fun. I like those guys. I like these. Got a poster of MJF versus John Moxley. You fold that out. That's pretty cool. We got Daddy Ass Micro Brawler in the package. Very cool. Very fun. We got a All Out 2020 2-disc DVD set. Statlander sticker. The autographed 8x10. I'm not going to get that out at the moment, but it's Brody King, which is cool. Nice Saraya. This was a weird. This is a Saraya t-shirt. I actually didn't know it was her. I actually thought it was Julia Hart, but it's Saraya. Doesn't really look like her, but I think it's a cool shirt. Creepy. I'm a creepy dude, so I like that. And I was very happy to get an Acclaimed t-shirt. Everybody loves the Acclaimed, including Jackie Jones. And at the time, I was like, oh, this is nice. A Bullet Club Gold pin. Look at that. That's cool. All right. Then I watch this angle, and then I read MJF. He's talking, Muhammad Assad was portraying an evil Muslim terrorist. This is different. This is based on reality. So if this is based on reality, that would make Juice Robinson then the anti-Semite. And so, oh, cool, thanks, AEW. You sent me a pin of the Jew-hating Juice Robinson. I'll wear this with pride. Why would you gonna think this stuff through a little bit? I'm sure they plan these out. They got to plan these out a long time in advance. Do you want people wearing merchandise of the racist guy? And people tell me they've always done racist angles in wrestling, and yes, they have. And is that something they're proud of? No. And when they did them, though, they didn't sell like Sergeant Slaughter Iraqi, T-shirts to go wear around. So then I did notice, and again, I'm sure it's a coincidence, they took down all the Juice Robinson himself shirts, but they have the Bullet Club Gold shirts still up because they probably sell well. But if the angle is based on the guy being racist, why are you selling racist shirts? Like, come on, dude. Like, think this through. And again, I know there's a lot of people think, oh, who cares? I think it's pretty shit. I don't know. You guys can love it if you want. It kind of makes me embarrassed to watch the show. Well, let's see here. Jonathan Jackson, it's one of the newfangled wrestling podcasts. It is. It's one of those deals. Bring back Jack Tunney. This was a big thing in on our board today. Was not a big thing, but one guy was saying like they need to have general manager roles and authority roles, and I'm sure Tech Dingoes is kidding here, but I don't want to see that. I really hate the general managers and authority roles. I think that's been beaten to death the last 30 years. The problem with this angle now is because people support both sides and everybody is pissed right now. Not a good. I don't think this is a really great thing to say both sides kind of deal when one side's like killing kids. But it's not. It's really not. Is it really something you want to make a wrestling angle out of? It looks real. It is. I agree. It's a bad look. I don't know why you'd even do this. Not only I just think it's a bad thing to do, but I also think like it's not a smart thing to do. Like, possibly get tossed off TBS or something. I don't know. God couldn't make NXT. CM Punk. I guess I know Meltzer's reporting that WWE turned down Punk. Now that's very possible. I'm not saying that it didn't happen or it did happen, but it's there's never, besides Meltzer just saying it, there's never been anyone else, Punk himself, saying that he's tried to go to the WWE. So could he have? Yeah, I don't know. It's very possible. But unless he says it or WWE says it, I don't really believe anything Meltzer reports about Punk. It's possible he asked WWE and they said no. It's possible he didn't. Not everyone, but people just think it's a foregone conclusion that he wants to go back to the WWE. I mean, the guy didn't wrestle for 7 years and really didn't want to be part of wrestling. So I'm not sure why it's just like all of a sudden he has to go back to wrestling. Maybe he did. I don't know. But then I've also saw that on Raw they made like several references to him, which is either foreshadowing or maybe they turned him down and they're needling the guy. I don't know. But I'm just saying, just because Meltzer says it, I would not. And I used to be a big Meltzer guy, but he has proven himself very biased this last. I think he's done a lot to really ruin his credibility this last year. But besides that angle, I thought Dynamite was a good show. The pre-show, the buy-in was Old Man Suzuki versus Eddie Kingston. I don't really need to see these guys ever wrestle. I know I'm an asshole and all this stuff, but I don't need to see these guys wrestle. Like Suzuki's he's kind of fun in short doses, I guess, but I don't really want to see him in a serious match. He's so old and can barely move, and then they do these really horrendous, like the rapid chops that look terrible, or they just stand there and smack each other, and I don't care about that stuff. Bryan Danielson versus Swerve Strickland for the TNT title. This match was great. I think they, and I was the guy who's not on board on Swerve Strickland when he first came in. I really didn't see much in him. But now he comes out there, so much star power, tons of charisma. This is a future main event guy that I think you could build the company around. Swerve Strickland. And Danielson obviously is great. So this was a great match. Hangman came out and cost Swerve the match, which is fine because then Swerve did the same to him later on. So you keep Danielson strong, but you also don't hurt Swerve, and you continue the Swerve and Hangman feud. Jericho versus Powerhouse Hobbs. Now Jericho, he really went all out to make Powerhouse Hobbs look like a powerhouse. Hobbs destroyed Jericho. This was good. Ray Phoenix versus Orange Cassidy. My boy Orange won the title back, which makes me happy. But I don't know if that was the right move, because it's almost like you're telling the audience, which we knew, but that Ray Phoenix won the title on a fluke because he wasn't actually supposed to win, but Moxley got hurt. And to me, it's kind of a happy accident because Ray Phoenix, very talented guy, and deserves a singles title. So I would have run with him as a champion instead of quickly taking the belt off of him and getting him back to Orange, who I'm a big fan of. Orange Cassidy. I thought he had a great run with the International Championship. I thought it was the best non-world title singles championship run. But I think this kind of really hurts Ray Phoenix. Wardlow destroyed poor Matt Sydal. He's just a bum now. Yes, Tech Dingoes. Prince Nana is great. He is the man. Big fan of Prince Nana. I swerve when I drive or something like that. Whatever. I think it's sweet. That's very possible, Scotty, that just the needle the guy on the internet. It's very possible. I'm not saying that what Meltzer said isn't true. All I'm saying is it's hard to just, say it's true because I've heard him say lots of things that aren't particularly true. But so Wardlow does not look great since his comeback out. I mean, he's out there destroying guys, but he's softer and, I don't think the haircut looks so great on him. But he destroyed Matt Sydal. He also had MJF written on his wristband, which I like them together, but I don't know if it makes a whole lot of sense after they're really they had like a really heated angle for when they split up, and then all of a sudden now he'd be friends with MJF. The beauty of the MJF as a babyface was it was a heel to babyface turn that got it right, much like, I'm not saying he's on the level of Austin and The Rock. He's potentially on their level, but the turn itself was, they didn't change what the people liked about The Rock when they turned him babyface. They didn't change Stone Cold what people liked about him when they made him babyface. And they were doing the same thing with MJF. The people just wanted to cheer him, but they kept him the same guy. They're starting to get away from that, I think, with this angle. And also, if Wardlow's just suddenly buddies with the guy. They were never buddies even when they were heels, but now he's his buddy. I don't know. I mean, we'll see what happens. I'm kind of afraid they're ruining the MJF character, but we'll see. The thing is, he's so talented. It's hard to really break the crowd's love of him. So, but we'll see. Hangman Page versus Jay White. I'm not a Hangman Page fan. I'm a Jay White fan. This was a good match, and it was Jay White got the win with some interference from Swerve. So you continue both feuds, which is good. That's what led into the big angle with MJF. Saraya lost her title to Shida. I wasn't real big on that. I like Saraya. I know she's not on the level she once was, but Shida had the belt forever. I think if you were going to drop the title, you really should be the Toni Storm. She has a lot of momentum behind her. The new character has the crowd into her. And it's also built in, because they were all part of the group. You also have Julia Hart with a lot of momentum behind her. Britt Baker, when she's actually pushed, like the crowd goes nuts for her. I'm not saying she does a bomb or the crowd isn't into her, but if you're looking at momentum, it really wasn't there. This was kind of just a title win out of the blue. I guess really Saraya just won the belt for the hometown crowd in London, but then we had Adam Copeland versus Luchasaurus, and this ended up being fine. But my issue was usually when the old guys come to AEW, even though he ended up winning, they're presented in a way. So when Sting's out there, he's never presented as an old man getting destroyed. And that's what makes it fun. This match is really about Luchasaurus destroying Adam Copeland. And for a while it wasn't fun because it was like, oh, here's the old man getting destroyed. It's kind of more of the WWE use of a lot of the legend guys, which I'm not really, it's not fun to watch. But I guess really it was the story they were telling because he got beat up. And anyway, it really wasn't that great to me to begin with, and then it got going and the crowd got into it, and Adam Copeland won. The thing is, everyone assumed Adam Copeland was going to win, so it's weird doing this match and Luchasaurus is playing the big man versus Adam Copeland because Adam Copeland's actually taller than Luchasaurus. He's not quite as wide. but not significantly smaller. Because Edge is I don't think people realize, that Edge is quite as big as he is. Christian, great on this show. Great on the mic. One of the best heels in wrestling. Maybe the best heel in AEW. Even when he's sitting up at the ramp and he's got this pompous asshole look on his face. Big fan. So overall, I really like this show. I just, I'm not a fan of the anti-Semite angle on the show. I really wouldn't be a big fan of it at any point in time. And I get it. Wrestling has this history of that stuff. That doesn't mean it's good. I mean, Birth of a Nation is about the Klan, and they're the good guys. That doesn't mean like I want to see that today. So yes, we've had tons of racist characters all throughout the history of wrestling. Doesn't mean I want to continue that trend. So I wasn't a fan of that. And especially right now, I think it's pretty tone deaf to be having an angle like that at the moment. So anyway, that was Dynamite. I think they're back to Wednesday next week. An all-time early start for In Your Head. I think back in the day we used to start at 6:05. Yeah, I agree, Pepe. Poor taste. It's not really anything I want to see, especially right now. And Taza wasn't even good. I honestly don't. I think it's poor story. I know people now are like, I think when you have MJF just come out and say we're doing this storyline to teach you guys like lessons, that's just poor storytelling. If you have but when I referenced Twilight Zone back earlier, you didn't have Rod Sterling come out and tell you this episode is about, he told you what the episode was about. He didn't tell you what the episode was really about, what the message behind the episode was, because you that's left up to you to decipher what's going on. You don't just come out and tell you, hey, this is really about blah, 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 blah. And it's just, that's very hack. That's a very hacky way to present any type of story. That would be considered bad storytelling if you were writing a script or something. If you just come out and beat someone over the head with what, and just outright tell them what this is about. So yeah, we'll see where it goes. I think it's a bad move to go down this route. Alrighty. I'll take some callers here. If people would like to call in, and if you call in, don't just be like a normal person, please. Just leave it at that. This is I'll be leaving. I can't be up real late because I've got to pack tomorrow. I'm going to Brooklyn Friday. And so I got stuff to do tomorrow to get ready for that. So if you want to call in here, video into the show, we'll be back to normal stuff after Halloween. October is a busy month for me in the horror world. But yeah, after that should be back to more normal shows. But I'm trying to do a show every week here, folks. Hope you guys can dig it. I don't know what the hell Intra's off doing. Off playing the pinball with his dingling, I think, getting it in the DB hole. So for you fine folks who are helping support the show, let's go over these people. So if you would like to help cover the cost of the show, you become a member here, or you can Venmo Headyverse. If you Venmo Headyverse, I'll tell you what, I've got a bunch of wrestling DVDs over here. If you Venmo $12 or more tonight, I will send you a random wrestling DVD. I believe they're all unopened. If maybe a couple's been watched once, but I'll send you a wrestling DVD. They're really just helping with the show. And if you Venmo 20 or more, I will send you a wrestling T-shirt. I think I think all of them I have are either 2X or 3X. So if you let me know if either one of those works. And we'll be having stickers again soon. I think I owe a couple people a couple stickers. I'm very sorry. I'll send you a couple extras for the weight. But we'll be having those again soon. And yes, if you want to help out. And if you donate $30 or more, I'll send you a DVD and a shirt. Boom. Venmo or Venmo Headyverse or PayPal. No, do PayPal. Venmo Headyverse or do the super chat here. But thank you to the Hall of Famers, Tech Dingoes. Tech Dingo! Yeah! Hall of Famer, the Geek Getaway. Dadpool on the YouTube. Vic Schiavone. Maccabee, Maccabee, yeah. Maccabee, Maccabee, yeah. Simply ravishing. Woo! Steven Simmons, the original Hall of Famer here, the original Headyverse member. And, of course, our producers, Brian Matthew Cletar, El Santos World, and Bruce Cirxena. Anyone check out the Iron Claw trailer? Yeah, I think it looked great. I'm into it. I got an email about it earlier. It'd be cool. Maybe we can get some guests on here. But, I think it looks good. I'm looking forward to it. Usually when we get wrestling movies, they're real, stupid-ass stuff, which can still be enjoyable, but, like Body Slam the movie and stuff, it's really dumb. And then we had The Wrestler, which is a really good movie. Very, some people, it's depressing, obviously. And I'm sure Iron Claw is going to have some depressing stuff, too. MJF is in Iron Claw. He plays the fake Von Erich, which is very peculiar casting. But we'll check it out. All right. Bruce, what's up, boy?
Not much. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. Yeah, nice to see you.
Good to see you as well. What's going on there? What do you got, Kermit the Frog?
Yes. He's deep in thought.
I used to be able to do a Kermit the Frog impression, but I don't think I could do it anymore. Can you do one?
Not well. No, I like when he waves his hands around. Yeah. I do that when I'm happy.
Well,
and people look at me really weird.
Well, that's all right. You should be happy. Just posting out the link here to these fine folks. Pepe said NXT had some good surprises. That's good. Heard it was a good show. I think it had some kind of controversial angle too, as far as I know, but I didn't watch it, so I don't know.
Yeah, I watched that Braun Breaker Undertaker thing.
Yeah, it's cool, obviously, the Undertaker, but it's weird to me that you just have your main guy on the NXT show just get beat up by the old man.
Yeah, he looked very old too. You can tell.
Dressed as the Undertaker.
Yeah, he was in sweatpants, like practice warm-ups. He was not. Yeah. But yeah, it looked like his hips weren't working very well either, and it was good. The chokeslam got sold really well, so it was good. And I'd never seen Braun Breaker speak lately, and it was pretty freaking cool to hear him. He's got the good mic skills. And they're letting him go with it, so it's really funny.
Yeah, I like Braun Breaker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just don't want to see him getting destroyed by old man Taker. But I know he's origin. Which at least he could have. Couldn't he put on the fucking hat and trench coat? He comes out in his street clothes.
He's like, I'm dead manning it in this time. Fuck this. He got off.
That. I will say this. It's like that the Undertaker retired during the COVID era in front of no one. I would like to see a proper retirement, in front of actual fans.
Yeah. People would want that.
Yeah. So
For sure.
And Ric Flair is saying about his last match.
I watched that whole interview too.
So Ric Flair, Undertaker, no.
He looked bad. He was forgetting his words, which is okay because he's really old, but they got him propped up. Yeah, they got him propped up on that chair, and he just got chains on. He's like, "Yeah, I go every single night." And Chris Van Vliet, which is like straight laced, super positive. He's like, "Wow, that's great!" Like he's like, "We should go and party." I'm like, "Don't do that. Don't encourage the old man. Come on."
Yeah.
Anyway,
He drink and he's always drunk all the time.
He says he drinks 7 days a week.
Yeah, and he almost died not that long ago. I mean, I don't know whatever he wants to do, but that's the thing though. People are like, just let him wrestle, and it's like, that'd be fine if it's just him. But the thing is, he kind of puts out there he wants to die in the ring. Now, do you want to be the other guy in the ring when Flair dies? I mean,
it'll truly be a "I'll make you famous" moment.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it'd just scar you for the rest of your life.
That was a Ric Flair thing. Didn't he say that all the time?
No, Undertaker.
Oh, okay. But anyway.
Pepe says he has his own brand of weed. I'm straight edge. I don't do any of that. The devil weed.
Yes.
Right.
We could make houses out of hemp if we only grew enough.
Yeah, there you go. Then
all of our clothes, itchy clothes.
Big bad wolf will come and blow it all down.
There you go.
Little pig, let me in, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in. I bet if it was made out of hemp, he'd blow it right down.
He'd get fucking high. Be like, hey, whatever. Sorry.
Speaking of high, we got Tazo on. What the hell's he doing? He's showing his ding dong? God, I thought he'd just stick his wiener right in the camera.
That's what I'm going to do on this show. Stick my
What the hell? We can barely hear you. You just screaming out the window? This guy's been calling for 20 years. You think you know what he's doing by now?
How about that? How's that now?
There we go.
You move the sock off the microphone.
The sock.
Isman Arroyo says hello, greetings from Atlantic City.
Wow. I want some taffy now.
Laffy Taffy. Saltwater Taffy.
Hey, what do you think about Booker T saying CM Punk is like crazy or something? Like he's crazy or something.
I'm a big fan.
Why would anybody want to work with that man?
I mean, let's be honest. He said, what would he add to, what would he bring to WWE? I mean, legit, every single person in the wrestling world is talking about him. That's what he would bring.
People watch it.
You can argue that maybe he's too much. There are negatives to bringing him in, blah, blah. But to say there's no positives is just crazy. When like he's taking his time out to talk about him. Everyone's talking about him. They've been wanting him to come back for the last 7 years, and then before he came back to AEW. There's negatives. I understand he's not the most easy guy to get along with, but to act like no one wants to see it is just stupid.
So there was a news thing I think a few hours ago that was released, or maybe yesterday, that the WWE is not interested.
Right, but that's what the thing is, it's the only person who put that out is Dave Meltzer. And so I'm not. It could be totally true. I'm not saying it isn't true or it is true, but I wouldn't just say it's true based off Meltzer, because I used to be totally supportive of Meltzer and used to, but this last year I think he's really exposed himself as he's very easily manipulated by people that he likes, and you can't really. He's very biased, very very biased against Punk and totally for all the elite guys. So that I'm saying it's possible, but I don't know. I don't even know if he, besides Meltzer saying it, Punk's never said he tried to get back to the WWE. So who knows? I'm not saying that, maybe he did. I don't know.
I would, I'd sign him up right away. I know I'd probably.
Oh, I would too.
Yeah, they could probably get an extra 25% eyeballs on their show.
Oh, it would bring in a lot of people, and the Meltzer at one time was saying that Punk was the biggest draw in AEW and biggest moneymaker, and then he went on to say how like he meant nothing to the show once they get rid of him, and then when they bring in Edge, then he contradicts himself again, and he said that Edge isn't a CM Punk who's a difference maker. And it's like, well, what is he, Dave? He just went on and on, said he meant nothing to the show and makes no difference after he's not on Collision anymore. And then when they bring in Edge, you're saying that Edge isn't, a difference maker like Punk was. So, he and also they were saying, when Regal came in, that Punk refused to shake Regal's hand and said that Regal was a Triple H stooge just there trying to get people, to go to the WWE or whatever. And they also said at that same time Punk was trying to go back to the WWE. And I was like, they can't both be true. He couldn't have both been trying to get back to WWE and then trashing Regal for being a WWE stooge. Because if he was trying to go back to WWE, then he would like Regal. It would make no sense to hate the guy who you think's a WWE stooge while you're trying to go back to the WWE. That makes no sense.
Yeah,
one or the other could be true, but they both can't be true.
Right, like he's got to be more savvy than that. You have to assume that CM Punk is savvier than to do something like that, expecting or hoping in the future that he's going to.
Yeah, if he wanted to go back, right?
Yeah, correct.
It's possible he did that, but he couldn't do that if he was trying to go back. It makes no sense.
Right, like me and Lex are like if I got fired from the pet store, or if I'm working at the pet store, I'd probably still bite the hand that feeds me because I'm dumb, but I'm also not CM Punk. Right? He's a pretty savvy guy. And Lexar, he holds a grudge, right?
He looks like a stone cold killer right now, doesn't he? Why is he just staring at us like he wants to see us die? What the hell's happening? It's like I'm watching Full Metal Jacket or something.
It's frozen. It has to be.
What's your major malfunction, numbnuts? Did mom and daddy show you enough attention as a child?
God damn it.
I'm in a world of shit.
You got to get Lexar online. I want to hear about his take on the Israel-Palestine.
No.
Okay. All right, don't worry.
Lexar, are you alive? What's happening? I thought he was just staring down like wanting to murder somebody.
That's probably what it looks like when he drops his phone in the toilet and it just finally crapped out. Like,
man,
the lens was a little dirty. It looked like.
Yeah, his lens has been filthy lately. What the hell has he been doing? I think we all know the answer to that. But
there goes your barbed wire hardcore update for October 11th.
Yeah, he's got that 1,000-mile stare, exactly. Just like, He just got back from a tour in Nam or something.
You got back from XPW.
He is a big XPW fan. XPW.
We all know that's not the real XPW.
Mm. There's this thing called gooning. Have you ever heard of that? It's like edging, and it's the face you get when you're edging. In videos that I've watched, I've heard of before. It's the face that people make when they're edging or getting edged. So that's my theory. Gooning. He was gooning.
Damn. You're really looking like Gino Bisconti tonight, Tazo.
Goon.
You know what? I've never watched a guy's show. I've seen him once on something, and I don't know. But I was like, man, that guy looks like Tazo.
Bruce looks like a goon, like a hockey goon, right? Some dude you sent on the ice to beat up the other guy's goalie or some
Really?
shit.
That'd be sweet. I'd do it.
I'm just gonna be eating some chicken wings while I listen to Jack talk about it.
It's
right?
all a thing like a chicken wing.
It's
Are
like
you-
ASMR for
Are you
real.
a flat or a drummy guy?
This is bad because I get upset when Goosey's eating. I get kind of upset in my brain. I think Goosey should eat as much as he wants to while you're talking wrestling, but I'm here eating now while you're talking.
I
Are you
like
a
it.
Are you a drummy or a flat guy? I like the flat chicken wing part the best, but I'll eat either.
I'm not that picky, Mr. Jack. I'm not that picky
We,
at all.
how about
Mr.
the
Jack.
little fin part? Because if I go to Chinatown,
Yes.
they'll serve those. You
Oh,
can
the
buy
little
'em.
end?
Yeah,
The fin of
I
what
like the
shark?
drummies actually.
the little fin part off the flat part. You know,
The little end part.
Yeah.
The shark fin soup? What do you got? A penis problem?
In
What do
like
you think? Should CM Punk go to Impact
Now,
Wrestling?
see, these people are they're like, they'll be like, oh, Impact said they'll take them. It's like, oh, really? No shit.
I would go to Impact because I
That'd
would
be
try
like-
to do.
I'm just putting it out there in your head. We'll let Undertaker come on the show.
I heard that the Mafia, when you want to disappear, you go to Impact Wrestling.
Yeah, I wish him well. I don't want him to go out of business or anything, but good Lord, every time there's people that have a buzz, and then they go there, and you never hear anything about them again. You posted Jordan Gracer. I remember everyone talking about her. I actually totally forgot about her. Why? Because she went to Impact.
And I posted that because it was a perfect example of what you were kind of saying.
Yeah.
Which,
and
yeah, it
I
didn't
wasn't
dawn on
even
me.
trying to be an ass or nothing. It's just the way it is.
It's a perfectly good observation, Jack. Perfectly good observation, in my opinion. My humble opinion, sir.
What's going on? Lex off! Lexi, sexy Lexi. Boom, look at that.
Whoa.
Showing the guns.
How
This is my rifle. This is my gun. This
I
is
was
for
in a
fight.
different
This is
area.
for fun.
fuck, it won't come
Yeah.
off.
I have like technical issues, so I was in a different room.
All right. How come your lens is always so fogged up?
He's breathing on it.
Theory.
He's like,
You jizzing on the lens?
No, I could fix it though, but I have to
Man,
like,
here.
get some mayo.
but I have to like,
Yeah, rub mayo on it. Pour soda on it.
Pour some soda on my lens in the name of love. Bow, bow. Pepe says it looks blurry.
I could fix it if you want.
Oh, it's all right. What's on your mind, boy?
Well, I've been suspended from Twitter.
Of course.
What were you doing? Posting up ding dong pics?
No,
That's like
I
the
was
goal of
like-
Twitter, right?
I was like inciting violence. I'm
The hell?
kind of
What, are you
being
starting the Proud Boys over here?
I'm being like telekinetic like you, Jack. We're being like
Dang.
very violent people.
I was just live streaming wrestling, and they said I was inciting violence. Not even live stream. I was just talking about it. I was talking about Luchasaurus beating up Nick Wayne. I said he's beating his ass in front of his mama. And boom, Facebook like, you're inciting violence and you're making a serious threat of physical harm. I was like, what the hell is this? Nuts.
But Elon Musk has made Twitter X a free speech zone, basically. So what the hell did you say, Lexar, to get your ass thrown off of a free speech platform?
Oh my god.
It's going up against Letitia James, that stupid.
Who?
See, if you watch the news, and I'm not talking about the CNN news, not MSNBC, not the local garbage that's been spewing out Democratic garbage, left-wing propaganda. You watch real news like Newsmax on that channel, you'll get the real news that Letitia James is trying to host.
Yeah, we don't need it. All right, let's see.
It took me about half of that to remember who Letitia James was. Why does he think people know who Letitia James is?
I don't know.
You would know, Tazo probably more than
Barely.
me.
Barely
Yeah.
know. I'm an amateur. I barely know who she is, and it took me about a minute and a half to remember who this woman is. But like, what the fuck are you
Lexar's
talking
the
about?
type of guy to read The Onion and think it's real. It's more like is where that should have gone.
So that Nick Gannon or whatever, his mom is the one that Christian Cage wants, right?
Right.
He's like I didn't know who that skinny dude was who was kicking Edge. I was like, who's that skinny dude? And so now I just put it. That's why I come to in your head to just put all the pieces together. Like, who's
look
that?
at that? He's all nice and clear now. Look.
Well, you got me to
Wow.
fix the lamp for me. I guess
Good boy.
thanks for that.
Good man.
Wow. I like
it
that.
clean.
I like that mom angle though. That's good stuff.
Yeah,
You
no, I
want-
like it too.
you want-
She's
Do you
a
want
good
the shit
actor.
version or do you want the clean version?
The what? Oh, the lens.
You-
No, the lens looks good
Yeah.
clean. We want to see Lexar.
I have a question for Jack. I've never asked Jack this question. There's a couple of guys on Impact Wrestling that are kind of Impact like homegrown talent. Austin Air, what is his name? Austin. Fucking shit. Chris Bay, and what's the other
Beer
kid's
money.
name?
Who?
Chris Bay, right? Chris Bay, and the other kid's name. Come on, you know who it is, Lexar. What's that kid's name?
I think I saw. Who? I think I saw Chris Bay wrestle
Eric Young?
at one.
No, not Eric Young. Ace Austin. Ace Austin.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I haven't watched
Chris
Impact
Bay.
in like 8 years. I don't know.
Well,
I
that's
think
too bad.
I think I saw them both wrestle live just once. So,
Did your screen get all, blurry?
no.
Bruce, any clue? Chris Bay, Ace Austin,
Ace.
Impact homegrown talent.
Shout out to Jack and the In Your Hand gang. One day I'll call in, but until then, answer all my damn questions, bitch. Nikhil.
Nikhil would love to know your thoughts on Ace Austin. And
I like
Chris
how
Bay.
much Nikhil pisses certain people off enough to make them hang up all the time. That's an art.
Man, Intra's a bitch. That's why he's probably not on now. He's like, I'm not answering these questions.
He's a big Elix skipper mark, is Nikhil Khan.
I did like Elix Skipper back in the day.
All right.
Let's see. He's eating those chicken wings. You a chicken wing fan there, Lexar?
Yeah, it did taste good with barbecue sauce.
I like lemon pepper too. That's some good stuff. Lemon pepper wings.
You should know you work in Brazilian restaurants.
Yeah, and in the South, lemon pepper is a big thing. And the South.
But you work in Brazilian kitchens and Korean kitchens,
Yeah.
so they don't exist in the South. So it's Brazilian. It's food in that country and in that market, that region.
They got different
what you-
sauces to throw on it. Most of that shit's hot.
I hear Brazilians are like vegans, though. Some
No,
like,
they eat
They're
tons
like
of
the
meat,
biggest
dude.
meat
Yeah,
people,
it's like the biggest meat eating place
Really?
in the world.
other than like Argentina, which is like,
Brazilian?
Yeah, if you go to a Brazilian restaurant, you get the meat sweats because they just like it's all meat. Just keep
they
feeding
put
you
like
steak.
Malagueta peppers and everything, like little tiny fucking
Those are good.
burn your ass. And I
Burn
like
your
spicy stuff. Yeah, coming out. Like, you should try it. It's fun.
You like
I'm not gonna burn
you like a burning asshole, Lexar?
I think I had it once when I had like diarrhea and I had to like go to the bathroom constantly.
Yeah, well, that's usually what happens when you get the diarrhea.
Yeah. I call it shitting water.
Damn.
Yeah, that's
That's-
what it is. Like
Sorry, Lexar.
that's-
No, sorry, Tazo, I mean. Sorry, Tazo, for fucking up your meal here.
All right, it's all right. It's good stuff.
Be careful, Tazo. You might
Tazo
get like
just calls it a weekend with Uncle with his uncle Reggie or something.
Uncle the Bunkle,
Yeah, I don't know any. What's a good Greek name?
Papadopoulos,
Papadopoulos. All right.
Uncle Papadopoulos, sure.
You
got
it.
Euripides. Yeah, you amended these.
Awful,
Hey,
awful.
that's a welcome back Cotter joke.
You know what? You know what gets my goat? You know what gets my goat? That they're saying that this.
The Power Goat.
No, the power goat. What gets my power goat is that AEW suggests that they sold out like the biggest show in European history with the Wembley Stadium show or some shit. That's a crock of shit because I believe it was Jim Lundos or one of those earlier Greeks that sold out some Greek stadium back in like the 50s or some shit with like 100,000 people.
Sold out Mount Olympus.
I'm not talking about Mount Olympus. I'm not talking about Kronos. I'm not talking about Zeus, Apollo, or Hercules.
Thanks,
talking
Pepe.
Hercules.
Sorry.
And I think it was against Alibaba or some shit. But anyway. So AEW is actually kind of a bunch of clowns, Jack. Let's be honest.
Alibaba and the Hut.
Tony Khan
Oh yeah, it's Baba
runs
Yaga.
such a shit show. He runs such a shit show that things like this guy Juice Robinson, who I actually like kind of a lot because he's kind of crazy.
I actually like the whole group.
Yes, but like if he had a better handle on these guys, they wouldn't fucking go into business for themselves.
No,
if he-
I think this was a planned thing because they're going all out with it. They have like big graphics and stuff. So, fight against Jewish hate.
Yeah.
And
Now
why not?
that-
Anyone who thinks like this, then people were yelling at me that I was just reading into it. And it was just an old Memphis angle, and like you guys are just dumb as hell.
It's going to be one of those angles that are like angles forgotten to history, like due to world events kind of things.
I mean, people remember
Hopefully.
that. I mean, people still remember the Sergeant Slaughter, the
Yeah.
Iraqi.
Well, there's whole YouTube
Not-
videos about all of those things.
They don't remember them, for good reasons, though. So,
Yeah.
wow, this was a really great thing to do.
Yeah, they're like Sergeant Slaughter got death threats and his family too for a year straight. Yeah. It's bad.
Let's see here. Lexar wants to know, WWE has set records for WWE Fastlane as the most viewed and highest grossing event in its history. Wait a minute. That can't be. Well, the best rated Fastlane, you mean? Oh, who
Most
gives a
highest
fuck?
grossing, most viewed fast lane in its history, Jack.
Who
You
gives a
watched it.
fuck? The biggest grossing Fastlane? That's like, oh man, this is the highest rated Great Balls of Fire pay-per-view.
I don't think they had that name again.
Yeah, but who knows the history of Fastlane?
So I do because I practically almost remember
Fastlane!
everything.
It's
Yep.
not SummerSlam or WrestleMania or Royal Rumble or Fastlane. Who cares?
Man.
Goldberg beat Kevin Owens in record time to become Universal Champion in 2017. Fastlane.
It's been around. See, it's like the impact of WWE pay-per-views. No one remembers Fastlane.
I remember it.
Yeah, but you're like, you're on the spectrum when it comes to wrestling. I mean,
Yeah, you are the loop. You're just
who
concentrating
gives
on
the fuck
movies
about
and
Fastlane?
Yeah,
Who
it's
sits
like
around like, oh man, here's my top 50 matches of Fastlane history?
You probably
Yeah, when they were-
remember, you probably remember Wrestle Dream and all that.
Well,
whatever
that happened 2
pay-per-view they
weeks
had.
ago.
You're gonna probably remember that a couple of years from now. Oh, I remember the very first Wrestle Dream, and nobody ever remembers.
Probably not. I don't remember it. I have to pull up notes on what happened yesterday on the Dynamite.
Yeah, because
only
you
been eight.
you fell asleep.
No, I didn't. I watched the whole thing. What's that, Tazo?
There's only been 8 fast lanes.
Yeah, I
Right?
mean, come on. Even
they like skip
Tazo
years and
knows
shit.
That's not a prestigious thing. The
They skip
best,
years. That's bad.
Yeah, the
not
best,
even- it's not a good
the
point.
best Fastlane.
But it is.
I watched it in like 2006, so I
That's
know that
probably
it
like-
hasn't been going on like the
That's
whole
probably
time.
like the bottom of the barrel of pay-per-views. That
No,
did
it
more than one.
They're like,
It actually
we got.
started. It actually started in 2015. So
Oh,
Fast.
Was that like
Okay.
an extra pay-per-view? Like
I know my
13?
I'm just
Fastlane
like-
history.
thinking about it.
I know my Fastlane history.
Good. I don't think that's something I'd brag about.
My brain is growing right now. Thanks to Alexa.
You got it.
I don't think that's gonna impress anyone if you went up and told them I'm an expert on Fastlane.
Well, probably impress some wrestling fans. Maybe female
I don't
wrestling
think so.
fans.
I think female wrestling fan. You think that's a good pickup line? Hey,
Damn.
baby, I'm an expert on WWE Fastlane.
I got dibs on the female wrestling fans.
Whoa,
No.
Bruce is just cock blocking Lexar.
No, they think I'd be too much of a pussy. Like female wrestling fans, they'd be like, "Get out of the way."
Damn. So female wrestling fans,
Fucking
they're-
pretty boy.
They're all badass, is what you're saying?
We do not need any more truths.
Is Lexar going?
I love ladies. I love
Looks
all
like
the ladies.
looks like you're about ready to explode, like you're shaking, like you're a time bomb. It's been believed that Endeavor has given full creative control over to Triple H. Vince McMahon no longer has any creative decisions. Are you intrigued? I do think that's a good thing. Vince is, I mean, anybody when they're like over 70, you probably don't really know what's hip, what's cool. And when Triple H was, I didn't really think that the Raw was that great under Triple H, to be honest. But I did like his NXT stuff. So.
Plus,
And he
Vince
also
is
does
under-
it, molest the women and stuff. So that's probably good.
Yeah, that's the thing. Vince is still under investigation.
Becky Lynch has a new memoir coming out in March next year. Are you intrigued? Nope.
I barely wrestle. I barely read Ric Flair's book, and I'm intrigued by Ric Flair's book.
Whose book are you saying?
Ric Flair.
What is Becky Lynch's greatest Fastlane moment?
I think she competed in that 6-woman tag team match in 2016 Fastlane. So
Damn,
Amazing.
all the women are there have just all dropped their panties when you said that.
Hell yeah.
You got to tell Geraldine that next time she calls in if you're trying to impress Geraldine.
yeah, I know my Fastlane history.
Yeah.
I hear about it.
In the last 2 weeks, AEW Collision has been lowest rating due to NXT No Mercy and Fastlane live events. Yeah, I mean, everyone knew this going in, that Saturday's going to be rough because, well, people, the thing is, as I mention all the time, though, a lot of the stuff is just the live viewership. And even though it did really bad this week, it still was higher rated than everything on that same night except for like baseball.
Yeah.
The first 30 minutes of tonight's NXT and AEW. I mean, I barely watch Collision live because I'm not normally home, so I watch it on DVR. The first 30 minutes of tonight's NXT and I actually didn't even watch Collision this week. Now I think about it. The first 30 minutes of tonight's NXT and AEW Dynamite aired commercial free. Are you intrigued? No. I don't understand what the big deal was about trying to beat each other on this. It's not like it's NXT. It's like not their main show, and they're like the C show, and it's not the normal night. And who cares?
Yeah.
I didn't understand either's obsession with trying to beat the other one on that one day. Do you remember when AEW and NXT battled every Wednesday night in the all-new Wednesday Night War? Yeah, at least that was like the shows were on the same time, every week.
Thank you, man. I was trying to send you a picture, right? So you got me looking into the Tubi. So I got the Tubi. You don't have to get the Tubi, right? You just go to a website, you go to Tubi, and then I
You know what my mom calls Tubi? Tubi or not Tubi.
Oh, your mom does call?
That's a good joke, I think.
It's awesome. So I punched in pro wrestling in the search, and there's a MJF best of. It's not called best of MJF.
Oh, really? But do they have any best of Fastlane?
They don't have any fast lanes on there. They have a lot of those weird, wrestling, old wrestling VHS tapes you might see, but they have an MJF from 2020. It's called MJF The Prodigy. I thought that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Tubi has a lot of really odd,
like the Great Maccabee thing, like the Great. Oh, I don't know. I don't want to talk about that right now. Anyway,
the Great Maccabee was like gay wrestling.
I don't know. It was in a high school gym, and they recorded it.
Were they edging?
No, there was like Hacksaw Jim Duggan in it, and all kinds of wrestlers. They'd sell it in like.
Edge got his name from Edge of the.
What was the name of the movie again?
I don't know. It's just like one of those random DVDs that you buy for $1 at like Walmart in the 90s and early 2000s. But it was just like there was this.
They have those movies. Now, maybe not that movie specifically, but they have a bunch of those weird.
Yeah, I used to watch all of those. Like,
oh yeah, back in the day.
Yeah, there used to be video stores like here that had like so many wrestling tapes. Like it was crazy. Like shows from the 70s where they just bled like through the mat.
Hell yeah, bleed. That's what gets Lexar going. He likes to see the blood and the guts and the glass.
Like a whole bunch of Bruiser Brody stuff here.
And mouse traps and pencils and
I got no
guns
problem
and pizza
with that
cutters.
kind of
Well, Boosters Gold was talking about old school like wrestling, not deathmatch
like
wrestling.
the Sheik.
Yeah.
Well, that's what ushered all that stuff in. The Sheik and Abdullah the Butcher.
Yeah, for a while that's what
If it
wrestling
wasn't
was.
for them, there wouldn't be Schlack today.
And the Necro Butcher and
And Hoodfoot.
Drake
you gotta
Younger.
admit, Necro Butcher was around way before.
Before the Sheik? What is
I mean,
he,
wasn't Necro
85?
Butcher? Didn't Necro Butcher come up with CM Punk?
Yeah,
Like, you
no,
know what
he
I mean?
did, yeah. He's around for quite a while.
I know he's been in the garbage wrestling, Lex. I love the hardcore wrestling. I have no problem with the hardcore wrestling at all. I think it's
I've got a Sheik shirt on right now, actually, but the Iron Sheik.
it's a tough. That's a nice shirt. It's a tough. I don't know. It's hard. It's a hard sell, man. I really like the hardcore wrestling, but you know, I mean, people get hurt, and it's you can't do it everywhere, and some people are just giant pussies these days, and can't handle the slightest offense. Plus, you have the laws that come into
Fuck
play.
the law!
Blood. So the only place you can kind of do it, I think, is like Delaware, right, where like Joe Biden resides because he's an unlawful piece of crap.
He loves deathmatch wrestling?
I believe he does.
He's a big fan of Schlack.
Yeah, he is. Joe Biden is a big fan.
Oh, he wrestled in the 70s, and that's where his love came from.
That would be awesome if you went
Be like-
you went there and Biden was in the audience with like a Schlock t-shirt.
Sitting next to Lexar, Joe Biden, Lexaring
Well,
everybody.
Yeah, but Lexar, you don't go to Delaware to see this stuff, don't you? Where do you see it? Don't you
I
see it in
had
Jersey?
planned to go to Delaware to go to Tournament of Death this year, but they changed. I bought my ticket, but they changed. But CZW changed the event to last Saturday, and I went to Amtrak and I said, hey, can I change the date of this event? Because they changed the event I'm going to has changed dates. And they told me, yes, you can, but you have to upgrade it. You have to pay more.
Damn.
I said, no.
So
But
what,
you
you
know
just
what,
out
just
the
fun.
money?
Yeah, I just like get a refund. I just like, screw it. I don't want to go.
Damn.
So I got
Where-
the
They're
money.
pissing on your good fun here, Lexar.
Where is the Tournament of Death taking place this year?
The tournament of
House in Delaware. It's like it's at the wrestling promoter's own backyard, his parents' farm. And I saw a video of it.
It's in his back.
It's no joke. It's no joke. And I saw like a
It's like
fan,
in a chicken
like
farm.
Well,
fan
private land
documentary.
is probably the place to do shit like that.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember
I saw,
back
like,
in the day when UFC got outlawed, they actually did a couple shows. This is seriously out on sea. Like they had like a mod on like a boat, like out in like so it was in international waters, so they couldn't get like charged. That's what they should do. Have a death match. You know, for they do the Jericho Cruise. They should do a death match one. And
Like
just
chum
put
up the waters.
Yeah, they send it out into international
There's
waters.
sharks
There's no,
just circling the boat the whole time.
There's no laws, so they could go out there and hack each other up with hacksaws and stuff.
Throw
Yeah,
people over.
But what if there's like like a serious injury, like Nick Gage suffered like in
That-
that match? He got like
What is
sliced
he?
an artery.
He's got a man
of the
up.
light team.
Man up.
Oh,
That's
well.
what that adds to the danger.
Someone gets caught in the propeller.
You could
That'd
hire
be awesome.
someone. So they could just bring someone on board in case people get hurt.
Have a helicopter to get them out of there.
Get Britt Baker. I don't think they could afford a helicopter.
In a way, right? In a way, it's a good thing that the lead singer of the Smashing Pumpkins likes professional wrestling, and is, I assume, knowing nothing about what Billy Corgan, right? Billy Corgan,
Yeah.
doing, right, with his NWA and how much money. You wish there was, and I guess Tony Khan is another rich guy, right? That dumped a
Well,
bunch
you
of
have
money.
to be rich to own a wrestling company.
I wish
I mean,
Tony
the
Khan was a little
McMahons
smarter.
are rich.
They are. I don't know, man. Whoever's booking Tony's, I know that you like it, Jack, and I just think that You can't have friends. Like you just can't have dudes like calling their own shots, especially not young guys like the Bucks and Omega. I mean, they're just not. It's just so bad to see this. Like I know CM Punk is the be all, end all, and be all, but then like I really do feel like this thing they did with maybe it is an angle. Okay, let's say it's an angle. You are correct. It's a pretty dumb angle.
I agree 100%. It's a terrible angle.
I mean, if they did Nazis, time traveling Nazis, I would be happy with that. But this is just kind of like
it's out of like that's almost 100 years ago. It's 80 years ago. I mean, you really need to do an angle the week this stuff's going on. Like it's gonna put off a lot.
Was it a live show?
Yeah, it was on a live show. Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's
They
bad.
don't give you a reason to tune in either. I mean, there isn't like a payoff to it.
It's like cheap heat.
Not that there should be. Just saying that there is no real.
Yeah, well, the payoff is like a battle.
It's
They're
like
gonna fight
convoluted.
a battle royal next week. It's like, okay.
Oh, there
It's
is a payoff?
convoluted. That's what it is. It's like, fuck.
What is it? A Jewish battle royal? Is that what you said?
The
No, it's a
Mighty
battle
Maccabee
royal
is
for-
going to be in the.
It's a
Sorry.
battle. It's all right. It's a battle royal for his ring. I mean, it's a to do this like like offensive angle, like a bad taste angle over something stupid, like over the guy's ring. Like I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
But yeah, Travis, that's true too. UFC bought I remember they bought Fight Island during the pandemic when they couldn't have. What happened to Fight Island?
Yeah, there's just like feral dogs on Fight Island now.
Now UFC is doing events in Saudi Arabia now.
Oh boy.
Get that blood money.
I couldn't tell
pass.
you who's the UFC champion. I have no.
Yeah, I don't know either. That's a good point. That's like boxing when I was a kid. Everyone knew who the heavyweight champion was.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you.
Like Rampage Jackson. I love that guy.
It's, Tyson and Larry Holmes.
Oh.
Like it was all these guys and
Yeah.
but I don't know who's the last like heavyweight champion I could think of.
Tyson Fury is kind of popular. Then Deontay
Yeah,
Wilder
not
was
even-
like,
not even.
yeah, they were like scrubs compared to like those guys though. Yeah.
I think a lot of it is there's no Tuesday night fights, no Friday night fights, no HBO, the big fights anymore. Bruce's ghost. Do you have a foot fetish? Lexar wants to know.
Oh, I thought I was like, did I write a question? Like, I'm indifferent. I'll take feet. I'll indulge someone else's foot fetish if they're
No,
They're hot.
You aim to please.
yes. I'll put a
You're
foot
like-
in my mouth. I don't give a fuck.
You're
There's
like,
pictures on the internet of me licking someone's foot
Damn.
in like a truth or dare thing. Like I
Oh.
made her
Oh,
lick.
it's her. I thought it was like Incher or something.
No, it was a girl's foot. It was fine. But I made her. She lost a dare, and I made her lick the apartment's doorknob, like the actual
You made her
Knob.
lick the knob.
on the apartment neighbor's door. And I'm like, dude, probably hundreds and thousands of people have touched that door
Yeah, that's
and
probably-
never washed the outside. So lick that now. I licked your foot. Lick that.
Damn.
Anyway.
So did she lick the knob?
Yeah, it was disgusting. And sexy. Things can be both.
Yeah, I agree. Is that turning you on, Lexar?
Well,
We
Bruce
found
said
out
last
last
week.
week that Lexar's into armpits.
Bruce's
I ran out of deodorant.
Bruce's still suggested that I should put my fingers in between the stripper's toes and hold her feet. Yeah, that's
That
why
sounds
I
like me.
asked, he has a foot. Yeah, probably you did that too after you licked her foot. You probably put your fingers in her toes and like.
Yeah, when I put my fingers in there, toe cheese came out. Like I was like, oh man.
So is this turning you on, Gonzo?
Me? No, absolutely not. I'm trying to see what happened on NXT or something like that.
Yeah.
It's me and this is set many years ago. Me and Jason Mitten in the hot tub.
Mm.
Having a good time.
Are you showing photos? There we go.
Whoa!
Oh
Hell
no.
yeah.
I hope
Bruce
that's his
is
own
into that.
foot. What is that? A Nazi?
See,
Is that
he's a giver. That's what I'm talking about. He's a giver. Like he'll do what
I
it.
like this guy in the background. He's just like, what the fuck am I
Oh
doing?
my god. You didn't know him?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
here's the real incher.
Hey, wait a minute! Isn't that the guy who bombed the Atlanta?
It's
Oh,
the
wait.
actor that played the guy who bombed.
Yeah, so might be.
Oh, my.
I like the 3 steps.
It literally could be him though. Look at him. That's just the incher without a mustache and like a toupee on. There's no
Oh my
way. you
God.
don't. I even see incher wearing that same shirt.
I remember back then the
Travis
USA logo was on.
The USS what?
The USA logo was on like every shirt back in the Atlanta Olympics. Like you go to Walmart and there'd be shirts with the Olympic logo on it. So yeah, birthday or a Halloween costume would be mustache, USA logo T-shirt. For incher, I mean.
Oh, the OIB! OIB! Alright, let's see here. Where am I? Lexar wants to know, what are your favorite jerking off techniques?
Oh man. Oh man.
Are you taking notes? Are you trying to like up your game?
No, I just want to see what everybody do. To jerk off.
When I jerk off with other guys, we're back to back. That's my tip.
When you jerk off other guys, did you say?
No, with other guys.
Oh, like a
So you don't see each other, so I don't know how. No, it's the opposite of circle jerking.
It's like a double reach around.
You can, I guess.
Can I ask
What's
Lexar?
your favorite technique, Lexar?
Yeah, of course, you know the usual, the plastic bag.
You put what? Do you suffocate yourself?
No,
Is that like auto asphyxiation?
just usual with the plastic
All right,
bag.
I'm back. Oh my god. What? I'm glad I took my fucking earphones off.
Lexar jerks off with a plastic bag.
That's wonderful.
Is it because you think it's gay to touch your own penis? You have to have a plastic bag around it?
No, it's just like explode into like cream, and I don't want to get like jizz on my hands and all that stuff.
Jeez.
So it's sticky. I'm being honest about it.
All right.
How do you jerk off, Jack?
Why do you want to know? Maybe my hands are
You asked
virgin.
me.
No, I didn't. You asked the question. You know what you want to know? Join my OnlyFans.
Please. Oh,
For
man,
the
my ass.
low price of $6.66 a month.
You won $50 last week on a scratch off.
How long do you think that lasts? Join my OnlyFans and you can find out all the techniques.
I don't know. Maybe Boston's like too expensive for you.
I don't even live in Boston.
You go there almost every week.
What do you think you can live? How long do you think you can live off $50?
What would you buy with that $50 other than more lotto tickets?
Alexa, or just go right to the strip club.
That's right. I forgot about
You got it.
it.
Oh wait, Jack. Have you played a Powerball? There's like
Yeah, I played the
$5.22 billion at stake at Powerball. So, Jack, do you play Powerball?
Yeah.
I mean, I've played it. It's not really like.
I
you
like
play,
Pepe's
you
comment.
pick it. What the fuck? I'm eating my speaker for a second, and this dude is talking about jacking it. Jonathan Jackson, how do you jerk off? These are the hard innings they're asking. Oh man.
I wanted to ask Lexar about GCW going over to Japan, but he wants to talk about masturbating. You know, they had a show yesterday. Is that correct?
Yeah, I knew about it. Who cares? They do the same trips every year. They go to Japan. They go to Atlantic City. They go to Chicago, LA, Florida.
Let me ask you. Have you seen Rina
GCW.
Yamashita? Have you seen Rina Yamashita in person?
I think I saw her wrestle at the Tournament of Survival this summer. So
Very
I
cool.
guess.
Very cool. And I had another question for you. The tag team of Bussy. Do you like this?
Whoa.
Do you like Bussy?
Effie and the other girl, I guess.
That's not what I'm
Yeah.
asking you. Do you like Bussy? That's not what I'm asking you. Just say I like
I saw
it.
I,
I like Bussy.
We'll use it as a drop.
See, Jack, I'm gonna get
I
this
saw-
done. I'm ready tonight, bro.
You big
I
bussy
saw
Mark?
Effie.
You
I
big
am a
pussy
big
Mark?
I am. I know Alexar should just say it. Get it over with. But also, looking at the card, though, hey, also, Violento Jack. Do you know who Violento Jack is?
Me or Lexar?
Lexar.
Yeah, I have no
He's
idea.
the
who it
fucking
is.
Lexar's the GCW fucking expert over here.
Yeah,
Jack, he's your
I do
fucking
have the
Japanese-
recap list.
Huh?
Hmm.
What are you showing us? Your miniature figurines?
The GCW canvas.
I know that. Is Violento Jack a GCW wrestler or is he a Japanese dude?
I don't know. I
All
guess
right, is
he's a.
Conway Murphy-
It's independent.
I see
It's GCW is independent. You can wrestle
Yeah.
anywhere you want.
Yes, I understand.
You don't have to
this.
stick to a
All
contract.
right.
Only
I
Nick
wanna-
Gage has a contract with GCW that he gets to only wrestle there and nowhere else.
Super
Not even
chat
XPW.
$12 right now or more, and I'll send you a wrestling DVD.
So you can smash it over fucking.
What's the
Lex-
Watch
DVD,
it,
Jack?
do whatever you want with it.
What's the DVD?
They're gonna be
I
random.
need info on DVD.
Random. Jonathan Jackson, Tazo acting like he doesn't know how to pronounce Bussy. It's Boosie. Check your fub.
Oh, is it like pussy, but you say bussy instead? Is that what it is?
Let me see that Boosie. Yeah. Jonathan Jackson. Jonathan
not-
Jackson.
It's not
Loving a
boosie because I don't say pussy.
Is that Goosey's brother, Boosie? What would
Well,
would you like to see Goosey's Boosie? Or would you rather see his Kaboosie?
how about Masha? I want to ask Lexar, what about Masha Slamovich? What do you think about Masha Slamovich? I kind of like that chick. She's a really good wrestler.
She's like the independent wrestlers China.
Ah,
Mm.
really?
The country?
It's a good name. Yeah, I like the country. Yeah.
I like her. I think she's on Impact.
Nice.
Quite a bit. Do you
What
watch
do you
Impact,
think?
Bruce?
Should I get these made, Tazo? They'd be like Beanie Babies, but they're nutsacks.
If Taz's career
Yeah,
takes
man.
off a second time, perhaps.
Oh, yeah.
You should have the IYH logo embroidered into him though. That'd make him special.
Good, yeah. I'll have to,
I mean,
make
I have
a
an
special
idea.
Goosey one for Goosey.
You
What?
get a bunch of
So
your
all of us-
fancy Hollywood money together, Jack. Right? You get a bunch of your fancy Hollywood, and then you sponsor like a tag team that wears the yam bags on an episode of The Forbidden Door.
Oh, that
Or maybe-
reminds me. Actually, this is a true story, not some bullshit.
Yeah.
A DJ on BBC Radio, and that's British Broadcasting Company. I know Intra got really excited when I just said BBC Radio, but British Broadcasting Company Radio was wearing a shirt that I designed, one of my 8-bit
Wow.
the Slasher Man tees, which I thought was
What
really
was it? Like a show?
radio, BBC Radio.
Yeah, that's cool. I listen to that. Also, that's cool. That's sweet as hell.
Which shirt? Which shirt was it?
It's an independent horror movie because I designed the shirt for them, and then let me grab the picture. They just signed an actor from Scream to be the voice actor in the movie, and so the guy doing
Nice.
the interview is wearing the shirt. Pretty cool.
That is awesome. Is it the Scream voice guy? What are you
Yeah,
wearing?
I'm not exactly sure. I don't really know the story here. I just designed the shirt, but
That's
then
cool.
I saw that the guy was wearing the stuff, so it's pretty cool.
Oh yeah. I've been like grinding
Look
on
more into it.
making art shit.
Making
It
art
took-
shit.
Yes. I've been making really weird Facebook reels and TikToks and stuff. As you know, because I send them to you guys all the time. But
Hell yeah. Do it up.
I've been trying to I'm doing one a day at least for my word of the day, but I'm trying to do as many as possible. Yeah. I'm putting it out into the universe that I'm making all
big
those-
stuff.
artwork things. So, yeah.
Lexar, you gotta start making some YouTube videos.
I made an awesome Mike Awesome Fat Chick Thriller one, which was pretty awesome. I liked
So
it.
there he is. So it's that's
Nice.
the character's name is Sayer Hicks, and that's the mask from the movie, and this is the guy from the radio. So anyways,
Wow.
Is that
Hell yeah.
David Icke? Was that David Icke from England? Who was that? Jimmy Savile?
And here it was actually on the website too. Let me grab it. So look, yeah, BBC Radio 5.
Wow.
Like they used my my shirt.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
So I was very excited.
That is cool. They're bringing in the people with your graphic. Hell yeah.
Boom! Goose, Boussa, and Brusa. Pepe was. This is answering Tazo that Chica you were talking about. Pepe says she can fight, and she's hot.
That's right. But she goes to Impact Wrestling, and we don't hear very much about her.
What do you think about this ring, Tazo?
That's nice. They should fight over that ring. That
So-
is what is that? Just I
It's
guess a ram's head.
Yeah, with a cross carved into its head.
Mm.
Very nice.
Upside down cross carved.
Very
into its head.
demonic. Very demonic of you.
There's a question, where do I get my t-shirts?
Yeah,
And-
where do you get your T-shirts? Mikey B
This
wants
one-
to know.
Is from Neff, N-E-F, Neff. It's like some guy,
Right back.
his name's like Mike Neff or something. But yeah, that's this brand, N-E-F-F. But yeah, I bought some shirts off of Jack. He has a lot of awesome fucking shirts. For real. But
Yeah. If I was dropping shrooms, around hour 3, I would be very entranced by your T-shirt, Bruce.
Nice. Just like zoom in really far into it. That's what everyone should do.
Yeah.
Zoom in. Whoa.
Who's zooming who? Who's zooming who?
Mm. Yeah.
Maccabee, yeah, Maccabee, yeah. Maccabee, yeah, Maccabee, yeah.
Is that why you took a break just to get your ukulele?
I also went to grab these wrestling DVDs. Got a big bag of them here. Okay, look at this. Hot Spots Goes Lucha. Sealed, never even opened.
Nice.
Pentagon Jr. in Phoenix. That's a good one.
Still confused why WWE doesn't have a fucking good luchador other than Rey Mysterio.
The Bam Bam Bigelow compilation. This has Bam Bam Bigelow versus Samu from ISPW. Bam Bam promo. Bam Bam versus RVD. That's fan cam footage from ECW. Bam Bam shoot interview. Bam Bam versus New Jack. Also fan cam. Bam Bam versus Jerry Lawler. Rare Memphis footage. There's just a couple of DVDs you could get. I'll sign them for you if you want. What else we got in here? The Road Warriors in Japan. That'd be cool.
Nice.
All right. Should we get back to these questions? Diva Diaries. Su Young. Taz was all about that one.
Hey-o. Oh, Su Young, huh?
Yeah.
They must have a couple of good matches on there. I'm wondering who the Road Warriors fought in Japan. Probably
They
Kendo
wrestled.
Nagasaki.
They wrestled Takahashi Ishikawa and Higo Hamaguchi.
Uh-huh.
Jumbo Tsuruta and Tenru.
Oh, that's a good one.
Listen to this one.
Okay,
Road
that-
Warriors versus Terry and Dory Funk Jr. That's pretty sweet.
Oh, I like watching Dory
In
Terry.
Japan, too.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
It's a good atmosphere.
Jumbo, Tsuruta and Tenru, a different match. They also wrestled Giant Baba and Motoshi Okuma.
Giant Baba.
Yeah, the Giant
my-
Baba.
Oh my God, what the hell did that look like, huh?
Fucking 5-star classic.
6 stars, baby. You know, let me tell you, I'm a Melts guy, but with the 6 stars, I am kind of done with that shit, bro.
Yeah,
I'm kinda done
look,
with-
I agree. Look, it's all opinion, so I've never had a problem him giving new guys 5-star matches because he genuinely likes that stuff. That's totally fine by me. But you can't then all of a sudden it's a 5-star system, then it's 5 1/4, 5.5 stars, 6 stars, 7 stars. It's like, come on, dude. If it's
Yeah,
a
he broke-
5-star system, you can't give these other things. Maybe one match ever, for some reason, you do think it's the greatest match, I'm giving it 6 stars. I can live with that. But you can't have multiple 6 stars and 5 1/4 or not. It's stupid.
Yeah.
You're
it's
basically saying that all these matches are better than any match that Ric Flair's ever had in his life, and Ricky Steamboat, and Terry Funk, and all these guys in the past.
Yeah, he's becoming like his own character in the wrestling world. Like he's kind of like, because before he was like some dude in like a basement, just like watching all the footage and just like, but now he's just like, you see him all the time and everyone's talking about him. He's like another wrestling thing in my mind.
Oh,
Like,
yeah. Well, honestly,
he's
even when
getting,
I
like,
first
famous.
got online, everyone knew him. And stuff.
well, yeah, but I mean, now he's just like
He's like a character.
more. Yeah, it's weird. But now I read his stuff, like, I don't know what
I read it since the 90s.
old shit. Yeah, like
That was, the
But
first newsletter
now
I
he's
got
bigger.
was actually the Vince Russo one that it was called the Vic Venom, whatever. But then the first regular newsletter I got was, I think it was called the Lariat. By it was the other guys at One Wrestling, and then then I started getting the Observer and the Torch. And when I discovered the newsletters, though, it was a big deal.
Do you have those?
You couldn't just read them. I sold them on eBay a while ago. Years ago.
Well, yeah.
And I sold them for quite a bit.
Yeah, now you could
Probably could sell them for a lot
make a
more
mint.
now.
Yeah.
Some of them I used to just throw away because I'd get so
Yeah.
many and they took up so much
for
room.
sure.
I just throw big piles, but then I realized like people would pay a lot for them.
Yeah, I used to like draw comic books and collect weird comic books from artists and like that they'd like handmade, and I just like didn't value them as much as I would now.
Is Lexar taking a shit? You looked like you were taking a dump.
God.
Does this look like a thumb to you?
Well,
Like a toilet?
maybe you're just doing the WV.
No, I don't do the WV.
Why not? You ever at the wrestling show and you're like, really got to take a dump, but the Schlock versus Hoodfoot match is just too good, so you just let it go right in your pants.
I always pee and dump when at home before I leave for a wrestling event.
So you never pee the whole time? You're all night long. You don't pit. You don't take a leak.
Well, here's the thing: if the show's in my hometown of Newark, either at the Prudential Center or at a small building at the Hart Ballroom, I don't usually use the bathroom because I could use the bathroom here at my house, and like I could take the subway.
You don't have to pee for like 8 hours.
No, I don't. I don't go to the arena like that early.
How long is the show? Is the show like 3 hours?
Well, it depends. If it's a pay-per-view, it's long.
And how long does it take to get there?
Probably like 10, 12 minutes by light rail.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have like a phobia? You don't want to like you don't like using the urinal or
I use the bathroom when
dongs out.
I use the stalls. When I go to like Philadelphia or Long Island or no, I stand up and pee.
I hear if you like hold your pee in for really, really long, it'll absorb back in your body.
You ever just pee in a cup? Like
don't hold your pee forever. Your bladder will
Drake
explode.
Younger wrestling, you just whip it out and take a pee in a cup. Then you could throw it on the guy like in a death match. Bring your own weapon match.
I was telling Pepe like earlier this week that I peed out of a window once when I was drunk, like my bedroom window, because I didn't want to go to the bathroom. My girlfriend was like, "What the hell, Bruce?"
Better than just pissing in the bed.
Yeah, I know, man. Just like kick the screen out, start pissing. Hell yeah. Anyway.
Where the hell are
That's why I don't drink.
Have you ever stayed awake for a full 24 hours or more? Oh, yeah, very often. I just did this weekend, I believe. And what do you take or drink to keep yourself from getting drowsy, tired, nodding off? I mean, it's not a little harder now that I'm getting older, but I used to be able to stay up like 3 or 4 days in a row, no problem. But 2 days is no issue at all. I can totally stay up 2 days. Fine. Will Jack and Annabelle attend a porn convention? No. Would you want summer like what?
It'll be interesting though if you and
It
Annabelle
doesn't
went to a
interest
porn
me.
convention. Because you don't have interested. Intriguing, you know.
In what?
You're not intriguing enough to go to a porn
I don't
convention.
care. I don't watch porn, so why would I go to a porn convention?
I like when people have like.
Not everyone's obsessed with porn.
I like when
Best
people
lap
take off their
dance
clothes and there's like a vestigial twin stuck to them, and they're like,
Like basket case?
yeah, that's my favorite kind of porn.
Damn.
Is that porn?
Is that on Pornhub?
I don't know.
Would you want summer-like weather to return? It's actually pretty warm here today. How many mosquito bites have you had this summer? Who would Jonathan Jackson prefer to be his Joy Behar? Oh, come on. Lexar loves Joy Behar and Whoopi Goldberg.
They are hot.
You should get that's what you should get for a tattoo. Get like a sleeve of all the women that's hosted The View. That'd be pretty
plenty
cool.
of women. There'll be like plenty of women who's on the View. I saw this guy at a wrestling show that had like tattoos of like the deathmatch wrestlers of Schlack and the Nickel Butcher in his prime, and like Danny Havoc and all those guys, Matt Tree.
The Golden Girls.
Yeah,
That's not
and then you could pull up your arm and it would be Whoopi Goldberg,
the ladies
and
of the View,
Joy. Yeah, that would be cool. I bet you'd be really impressed.
Terry Shepard.
Yeah, just stare at them and be like, it's not ironic.
Yeah,
It is not ironic. That'll freak them out.
iconic.
Do you have any tattoos, Lexar? Are you pro or anti-tattoo?
Anti-tattoo.
Damn. So you didn't. You went all over
my
that
mom told me
world?
that. My mom told me that tattoos are, if you get a tattoo, it's like you're.
What?
I'm not sure where she got it from, but she like says, if you get a tattoo, you're like worshiping the devil and you're damaging your.
You're worshiping the devil. So that girl you were just talking about,
This
she's a
was
big
the-
devil worshiper.
I don't know. You think Geraldine's a devil worshiper? She got a lot of tattoos.
According to your mom, she would be.
You don't bring her home to mommy.
So now are you afraid of Geraldine?
Nope. I will lick those tattoos.
Damn. Tazo, you covered in you got any tattoos?
I have one tattoo, but
Really?
I have come to become anti-tattoo because I think that everybody has tattoos.
I
Thinking
agree
that-
with that. I think you stand out more. I don't have any tattoos or piercings.
Yeah. My grandpa had tattoos, and
I just have this birthmark that looks like 3 6s.
hell yeah, the sign of the beast. That's fucking awesome. I found you. I knew it. Lord.
What is your tattoo of though, Tazo? Jack and a heart.
It's right here actually. I
Oh,
don't know if
okay.
you- can you see it?
Yeah.
I got to. Oh yeah, look at that. You can see it. I'm looking at wrestling news.
Ooh.
What? You're not looking at Joey Behar and how many
I like your
mosquito
tattoo.
bites you had.
No, I totally do. I mean, unless you want to talk about The View, Jack. I don't,
No, I've
wanted-
never watched. The only episode I've ever watched was a clip of Norm Macdonald on it.
correct. Yeah, me too. I knew you were going to say that.
Mhm.
I've watched some clips of The View. I didn't know that you wanted to talk about it.
No, Lexar's.
You don't want to talk about it.
No.
That's why I'm over here scanning the wrestling news. but I don't really think anything's really popping off. Except I know those titles changed hands, right? Ricky Starks and
Yeah, that was cool. I think that was a surprise, and I also think that's a good team. It's the classic, the smaller guy with the charisma, and he's kind of chicken shit heel, and you got the big powerhouse muscle guy. I think it's just a classic duo. I like it, and no one was really expecting it.
you like I don't like the name Big Bill. I gotta say that.
No, it's a very lame name, but I will say he's improved a lot as a wrestler and as a character. So I give him a lot of props, but the name is not great.
Did he wrestle Luchasaurus yet?
No, I don't think
Has
so.
he wrestled anybody like in an actual match?
Yeah, he's been wrestling for a long time, man.
No, like in AEW, he's had matches.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Did he get beat? Has he been beaten?
Well, now he's in the team. I think once he was doing a team with Cage, which I thought was really good. I thought they both improved a lot when they were like kind of a Road Warriors team. It's the two big guys, and I thought I actually was kind of disappointed they broke that up. But I think him and Ricky Starks is a good team. Vic Shiva, and I think he's better in teams because then he can just come in and do the big power moves.
But he's still like on his own in a way, right? He's
He's the muscle guy of Ricky Starks now,
right.
which I think works. Horbiz says, I know when I'm with a lady, I want to be staring at a big old Necro Butcher back tattoo. That would be pretty hot. Vic Schiavone.
Vic probably has lots of tattoos, like lots of tattoos.
He's got a big Necro Butcher tattoo.
I do not have any. Don't have any tattoos, but my kids, at least 3 of them, have a tattoo to honor me. So
Really?
I'm kind of okay. I'm kind of okay
Wow.
with tattoos. So
All right, that's cool.
Hell yeah.
Uh,
I want to get a Waffle House tattoo. Because my mom worked there. So, I'm like hardcore if you get a Waffle House tattoo.
I would get a Mayor McCheese tattoo. I have an in your head brand here, Tazo. Can I brand you?
Yeah, you should definitely bring that to one of them movies. We're gonna watch a movie together, Jack.
Yeah, my movies aren't playing at this one. I'm going as press.
I thought we were gonna go see T Blockers, the story of your life.
Oh my god.
I think it's sold out.
So then, is it Maniac Cop?
I am going to see Maniac Cop because I'm a big fan of the movie. That's an older movie, but
Are you gonna go to one of those the 1 o'clock showing on Saturday night? I think that's the one I'm shooting for.
look,
So I could bring my dog with me. Yeah, you should bring that. We can go to Central Park and go get one of the hobos to start a fire, in a trash can. You can heat that puppy up, and then you could just right on my fucking forehead. Then I can go to a lawyer and get some disability finally. It'll be the final. I can't work with this on my head.
so
that's what it looks like. See, that's the brand right there. Look,
That's awesome.
Tazo. See,
I think that would look perfect on my back.
hell yeah. Yeah, it's probably too big for your forehead.
I mean, why not? At this point, I have nothing to lose. I have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
let him brand your butt.
There you go. We're gonna brand that ass.
Some Masonic, some sort of ritual. This guy's gonna brand my ass while Lexar sacrifices a chicken behind us.
You get the plastic bag.
Oh god. I put my headphones on right at the end of that. Yeah, the plastic bag thing. It was bad. Anyway, sorry.
Hey, Slap Nuts from Brian Owings. How you all doing? Not even a wrestler would be better. Just a giant Combat Zone Wrestling tramp stamp. That'd be cool. I force myself to fall asleep.
I
don't know
do.
what that's in reference to.
It was talking about someone having problems with sleeping.
Oh, I see.
You were talking about sleeping, but
What's on your mind, Mr. Schiavone?
Well, watched Fastlane Saturday night.
Oh, nice.
Thought it was okay. Sorry that I probably missed the classic discussion about last night's AEW show.
I just got a reply to an email here.
So,
See, say that again. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I probably missed the classic discussion about the MJF angle. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm
not
sure
a
it
big
was really
fan.
good, but
Mhm.
frankly, I'm more offended by NXT putting on a WrestleMania level show and trying to pass it off as a regular show. So,
Yeah, I know. I don't even understand what the big deal. Like, why was it so important to either show to beat the other either show on this one Tuesday night?
I don't know. Maybe
It seemed like, honestly, seems like a waste to me of Undertaker's return to just have it on NXT to begin with. Like, of all shows, like the Undertaker returns to NXT.
I mean, there's a lot of people that showed up on NXT last night. You could Cena and Solo Sikoa, Heyman.
Yeah, Asuka.
They stacked it.
Yeah.
So,
I haven't
It's
seen
all a
Heyman.
coincidence, according to people on the internet.
No. But Heyman wasn't dyeing his hair anymore. You saw that?
Yeah, he's got
white.
a gray. Yeah.
It's like
White
white.
hair.
Hmm?
What's wrong? Nothing wrong with white hair.
Oh no, I'm just saying it's just like he's always had it jet black. But that's cool. I like it.
Tazo's got a little salt and pepper look going on. Tazo's looking good. Let's see. Have you ever seen people still wear sandals and Crocs barefoot or with socks? What?
Socks is always a faux pas with sandals, but I do it. Anyway.
I'm talking about during this time, it's like 60 degrees outside. And there's still like some people wearing like flip-flops and Crocs barefoot. Like they have like a sweatpants or jeans and a sweatshirt or hoodie, but they still like wear those Crocs and sandals barefoot or with socks on.
Losers.
Do you ever just walk up and start stabbing them?
You should step on their toes.
Should I?
No, don't incite violence. You'll get kicked off Twitter.
Drop a cinder block on their toes.
Paul Heyman looks like Alfred Hitchcock. I could see that.
He looked kind of freaky, like when he was like had his eyes open like he did, but it's like it's more shocking. I don't know.
When will we see Jack and the Flea versus Sami Callihan and Mario Mancini in a barbed wire exploding ring death match by Jonathan Jackson? That would be good.
I'd pay for that.
Yeah. Nakia wants to know, FTR lost the tag belts. Did you enjoy the reign? Yeah, it was good. And I thought the title switch was cool. Very surprising. 22 years ago today, says the Hardy Boys became the WCW Tag Champions, defeating Booker T and Test. What are your favorite memories of this match? I have
How should
no
we
memories.
remember these things?
WCW.
You're the one who's remembering 2013 Fastlane.
Because it was recent. This was like 20 years
2013?
ago.
That's 10 years ago.
There was no Fastlane in 2013. It started in 2015.
Didn't you say? I thought you said 2013 one.
No, 15. See, you didn't listen.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about Fastlane.
You never
25 years.
cared.
What?
You never cared about WWE or its events. Only the
Of
big
course
ones
I
like
have.
Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, and that's
Yeah,
it.
the good ones, not fucking Fastlane.
Hey, the matches are good. I remember Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan. They had a good match.
That's fine. That's fine. But the idea that you're this big Fastlane mark is kind of, you know.
I'm not being a fast name, Mark. I'm just talking about the event. It's the highest grossing, most viewed fast lane in history.
Yeah, but
in
who
WWE.
cares?
I care. The wrestling world cares. The WWE fans care.
I don't think they're even called WWE fans. They're called the universe.
Oh yeah, the WWE universe.
I like where they're like Fastlane, and then they keep talking. The squealing noise, that was my favorite part of Fastlane.
Fuck Fastlane! Fuck Fastlane!
WWE Fastlane.
Fuck Fastlane! What do you think about that, Lexar?
You're a complete moron.
Boom! Bam! Just gonna punch that Fastlane right out. Boom! Wipe it right out.
I think this is like the first time the event has like a brand new set because they had like race cars. Since it was in Indianapolis, they had like Indy cars
Who gives a shit?
as part of the set. I care because it looks cool than just a big screen or the
I'm Ricky
pay-per-view.
Bobby, and if you don't like Red Pop, fuck you.
Look at them there cars, mama! Woo! The wrestling got cars on the TV.
I'm telling you, if Vince were here, he'll probably appreciate it.
Woo!
Because he
Start
likes
shooting his guns in the air.
throwing babies in the air.
25 years ago on Nitro, Eddie Guerrero formed the LWO, the Latino World Order. Any memories of the first run? This is another thing. This was considered like a stupid angle. It was always considered a joke. And now all of a sudden people talk about it like it was this, this all-time classic angle, the LWO. It sucked. Rumors circulating that Karrion Kross is set to receive a big push in the near future. I'll be honest, I've seen very limited of him, and I heard so much about him, but anytime I've seen him, he has not really done anything for me, so I don't know.
I thought they fired him.
Yeah, then they brought him back.
Oh, okay.
He was fired and rehired. And now supposedly Triple H has power again, so I guess he's going to push him. There we go, Brian. Halloween Havoc would be amazing. Now that's a good event. Halloween Havoc. Way better than Fastlane.
It's now part of NXT now. They're going to do a 2-week special of NXT Halloween Havoc. What I would like to see if AEW if Halloween took place on Wednesday and AEW had Dynamite on Halloween night, on Wednesday night, I would like AEW to revamp the Chamber of Horrors match.
Hell yeah. Electrocute, bring out Abdul the Butcher.
Yeah. Just put Ricky Starks in the electric chair and let him fly.
Damn. Why do you want to fry poor Ricky Starks? Mikey B, the constant zoom over the PA system was awful. Fuck Fastlane, Mikey B says.
I mean, the whole idea of them saying it's the highest, rated
Fastlane.
They have nothing else to say about it, and they always have to hype up their shows. Clearly, it's a show not worth. I don't know what did the show happen or is it going to happen? Is it happening?
It's like
on Sunday?
This is the greatest, fucking Buff Bagwell's mom on a pole match. It's like that's not a great record.
Did they have that Fastlane yet, or they're gonna have it?
It was last Saturday.
Last Saturday?
Yeah.
Was Undertaker on the Fastlane?
No.
No, they had the same for NXT.
It was on NXT, so that's how important that show was.
How, do they ever have Bob Spark plug Holly? He should be like the mascot of Fastlane.
Yeah.
He could like ride a car around the ring.
Just
and
hang his tights in the rafters. Just have him flapping up there.
He could. Yeah, he could. They could retire his tights.
Man, there was like this.
Lexar is the world's biggest Fastlane fan.
There's Jay Uso and Cody Rhodes interviewed after Fastlane, and they were both like drunk.
Yeah.
It was
Really?
bad.
They
were like.
Did they go and get in a car accident?
Is
afterwards?
Jay Uso the DUI one?
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Jeez.
No, he was like trashed. He was like fucking drunk. And I know about being drunk. He was fucking drunk. It was
I've never
entertaining.
tasted alcohol.
Really? You liar.
Pepe Poteet, do you remember when Vince McMahon and Stone Cold had a cage match at St. Valentine's Day Massacre? I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was the highest rated St. Valentine's Day Massacre ever.
Well,
It was just the one. It was just one event. Never had another St. Valentine's Day Massacre after that.
Yeah, so did any St. Valentine's Day Massacre do better?
There wasn't any other else.
Then
That was
I didn't
just
ask
one.
That. Did any St. Valentine's Day Massacre do better? No! So what I said was not untrue.
Fastlane. Wait until the next WWE pay-per-view. Then they're going to say
What's the
the
next?
Survivor Series. It was the highest grossing,
I doubt
highest,
that.
most
I doubt
viewed Survivor Series in history.
Now, see, if that is, that at least that's a record, because it's been around a long time. And it has prestige. Not Fastlane.
Blood Money was the next one.
No.
Oh, yeah, Crown Jewel.
The most honest man in all of podcasting. Thank you, El Santos World. See? He knows honesty is the best policy, unlike that no good lying son of a bitch, Lexar. What? You're a good man. You're a good man.
Yeah, you guys stay back up.
Nasty boys don't mean a thing. Rumor circuit, we did a circuit. According to Fightful Select CM Punk, we did that one. Impact Wrestling has announced a new matchup for its Bound for Glory pay-per-view. PCO will battle Rhino, Moose, and Steve Macklin in a Monsters Ball showdown.
That's actually not a new match concept. That's been around for years. It's just people like you, Jack,
It
that
didn't
don't
say it was.
pay
It
attention to
didn't.
Impact.
No, dumbass. I know the match, but it did not say a new match concept. It said a new match up. Are you intrigued about this new match? PCO, Rhino, Moose, and Steve Macklin. Isn't that the guy
haven't
who's
watched
doing
him.
like Memphis Wrestling? Steve Macklin?
I don't know. It's like Steve Macklin.
Corey Macklin.
Corey Macklin.
And he's
I don't
dead.
know. I haven't watched Impact in years.
What? What? I thought you were a wrestling fan over here. You
If it's
hate
not on my
wrestling if
TV.
you're not watching the Impact.
They're on a channel I don't have.
Are they on a channel anyone
So-
has?
So
I,
can I?
I now have. I
I'll
now
ask-
have Destination America, and so I looked at the channel, and I looked over the program schedule. No Impact.
Damn.
Oh shit!
Uh,
My eggs are popping.
Your what? Your
What?
kids?
Eggs.
kegs. He probably is gassing off kegs
What?
for alcohol,
I don't even know what's happening.
beer, or wine. They gas out, and sometimes they. I don't know. I'm assuming.
He should have brought the camera with him then. I'd like to have seen that.
And when you assume, you make an ass of you and me.
Damn.
That's what one of my 6th grade teachers yelled at me in school once in front of the whole class. What a dickhead.
Damn.
Like, what a fucking
You get-
asshole.
Did you get embarrassed, Bruce?
No, I got pissed off. I wasn't the most.
According to Bill Pritchard of WrestleZone, Zach Clayton has departed AEW. What are your favorite memories of Zach Clayton?
Ooh.
I've never heard of this guy. I don't know. When asked if he had chatted with other AEW stars about potentially coming aboard to WWE, Cody Rhodes clarified that he's no intentions of being the liaison between
Nice.
WWE and
Yeah, right.
I can't believe this asshole. According to Wrestling Observer News, someone within the company believes the wrestling war will turn into WCW or TNA or Bellator as the competition to WWE. What? TNA or WCW or Bellator?
Oh.
WCW? What?
I
According
think
to
he
Pete,
meant CZW.
none of those companies are going to compete with the WWE.
Be fun.
WCW is dead. They owned them.
According to PWI Elite, WWE recently trademarked the name Lexus King, and the discussion around WWE Performance Center in Orlando is to give it to Pillman. That stinks. I'm a big fan of Pillman Jr., but just call him Pillman Jr. Don't call him Lexi King.
Well,
No,
did you
they ran
see?
a vignette.
Yeah, go
They
ahead.
ran a vignette last. Yeah, they ran a vignette on NXT last night where he like watching old footage of his dad, and he said, "I do not want to be known as Brian Pillman's dad because he passed away when he was just 4 years old, and he wants to be named King, Lexus King."
I think it stinks. They did the similar thing with Henning's kid. Well, why do you even acknowledge that they're the person's son and then just come up with some dumb name for him?
WWE.
Yeah, it sucks. On this day 10 years ago, on Battleground, another one of Lexar's favorites, Dusty Rhodes rolls back the years to take out Dean Ambrose, helping Cody and Goldust get the win again. The Shield and their jobs back. Cool.
I remember that match.
Back during that period, the Shield and the Rhodes were having that was some of the best stuff in wrestling at the time.
Yeah.
Great matches. Lexus King is not a memorable name. It's not a good name.
I read somewhere that the Lexus was from his late
it's
sister.
like it says like his sister. I don't know. There was a reason behind. That's all nice and everything, but it's not a good name. Matt Hardy wants to see the Brood versus Bullock. I'm sure Matt Hardy wants this. The Brood, Adam Copeland, Christian Cage, and the Hardys. When were the Hardys ever? Were they part of the Brood? I don't want to see the old washed up Hardys. I don't want to see the Brood. It's Tony Khan's birthday. Any memories of him? I mean, yeah, I guess. He's always really excited when he comes out to the crowd. It's fun.
Did you see the footage of all the wrestlers singing "Happy Birthday" to him at the Dynamite?
No, that's nice though. It is. There are fans who hate that that he has fun and he loves wrestling. I don't. He's clearly kind of a geeky guy, but I like the fact that he loves wrestling. I don't see why that's a bad thing. Sources say In Demand have confirmed AEW is locked in Saturday 12:30 for a new potential pay-per-view. Okay. House of Wrestling spoke to a WWE source who said that tonight will be a very clear. Yeah, we went over this. These are good questions. The stuff we went over. 5 years ago today, the conquistador who beat Baron Corbin revealed himself to be Kurt Angle. Do you remember this? And El Santos World says Lexar King would be a better name. Would that mean that he's the king of Lexar?
Yep. Lexar. King of Lexar. Ring.
Mm. King was a wrestler in Tekken, and Lexar is kind of like a computer part. It reminds me of Tekken. There.
Tekken 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Mm.
It's the anniversary of TNA Bound for Glory. Jeff Hardy has his first proper heel turn and wins the TNA title in the process, revealing who was Hogan, Bischoff, Jarrett, and Abyss. Any memories? Vaguely. I remember it being kind of the end of Impact for TNA.
I recorded the special that TNA had. It's called TNA Reaction. So they had like this month by month storyline of Day, how it started, how it developed, and the reveal at Bound for Glory. Pretty cool. Eric Bischoff was the host of that show. So.
Can Jack do his German impression? It's hilarious. I'm fond. I'm very sleepy. I've had very limited sleep last couple of days I slept good, but I also, the night before, I got up at 12:30, a little bit after midnight, and this morning I got up at 4 a.m., so I'm very sleepy. The 2008 WWE roster was stacked. Any memories of the following? D'Lo Brown. I was always a big fan of D'Lo. I was down with the Brown. Taz was down with the Brown Eye.
Absolutely.
Gavin Spears. Who's Gavin Spears? Cherry.
Martel?
No, just Cherry. She was with Deuce and Domino.
Oh, okay.
The one with the roller
crazy.
skates?
What? Yeah.
The one with the roller skates?
Right. By the way, speaker, anyone ever watch the RHL, the Roller Hockey League?
What?
It was like hockey. They played on rollerball. They like roller skated.
Mm-mm. I watched Roller Derby.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Super Crazy. I'm a big fan of Super Crazy. Ricky Ortiz. That's a name you don't hear about at all. He had the rally towel, right? Kenny Dykstra. That's a name everyone thought was going to be a big star. Never really made it. Scotty Goldman, also known as Colt Cabana.
Mm-hmm.
What was his excuse for failing then? Did CM Punk also, was he also the dastardly one who kicked him off? Or maybe he just ain't no good. Primo Cologne. I thought he said this was a stacked roster. Seems like a pretty shit roster. Braden Walker.
Wildcat Chris Harris.
The Highlanders.
I remember them.
Armando Estrada.
I like the way he introduced Umaga.
Umaga, yeah, he was great. Former guest on the show, too.
Mm.
Escúchame, escúchame.
He was a great manager, honestly. Stevie Richards. I like Stevie. Here's one of Lexar's favorite, Colin Delaney.
I did see Colin Delaney as a jobber at a couple of WWE shows.
Former guest as well.
Jack, do you remember 205 Live? He was a jobber Yeah, he was a jobber against one of the Lucha House Party wrestlers.
Man, you know you've hit rock bottom if you're a jobber to the Lucha House Party. Ryan Braddock?
Ooh.
I don't know. Dominic? Oh, Dominic? I don't know. James Curtis? And Bam Neely. Now, this is a stacked roster according to Nikhil. Will you watch the Iron Claw movie? Yes. I'm looking forward to it. The belief in AEW is that Jack Perry is no longer on indefinite suspension. Should he have been fired? Yeah, fire that bitch. Jonathan Jackson wants to know, did Incher go heel and tell Jack to go fuck yourself when asked to do the show these few weeks? That's exactly what happened. I was like, Lexar is dying to hear you, Incher. Tazo has been he's been crying himself to sleep because there's no Incher. Bruce, he can't even suck on any toes when Incher's not around.
I was shitting water the whole time.
And Vic Schiavone, he's been calling, the family to look into the things, if you catch my drift. And so I said, Incher, El Santos, Ropepe Potin, Golgo 13, all these fine folks, even Boosie Goosey. They've been dying. Where are you? And he just looked me right in my eyes and he said, go fuck yourself. I was like, oh, man.
Oh my God.
Allegedly that all happened. If you had no choice but to watch and review either NWA Power, MLW Fusion, or Impact, which would it be and why over the others? MLW Fusion, because I've never watched it, but a lot of good people have come out of it, including MJF and Pillman Jr., and I've heard good things, so I would say that, because it would be a whole new experience for me. I know Impact kind of blows. I know Power blows, but maybe MLW Fusion would be good. Pepe Petit says there's nothing in this world finer than peeing out of your butt.
Your choice of MLW is a very progressive choice, I would say.
Progressive?
Yeah. It's a very like open-minded choice.
I think they have a good eye for talent. A lot of the modern talents come through MLW, so I'd like to check it out. Lexar, would you wear 2 pairs of underwear? I have before. I get cold easier now that I lost weight, and sometimes I'll wear 2 sets of heavy underwear. I'll have to get my long underwear up pretty soon. I like to wear the long johns. You wear the long johns, Lexar?
No.
You just want to wear no underwear for easy access?
I actually had done that once, but I went to WrestleMania 27 2011.
With no underwear?
No,
Why?
The only time.
Let me tell the story, damn it. So I went to WrestleMania 27, and I ate something. I don't know what it was. It's like a...
And you did the WV?
At the stadium. I was at the stadium, and I ate this cheeseburger. And for some reason, it just gave me gas. And I went to the bathroom.
And you shit your pants?
No.
Let him talk.
Quit interrupting. So I went to the bathroom and took a shit during the John Morrison and, Snooki match. And I don't want to see that. So I went to the bathroom, took a shit, and I went back to the... Did you
go home or did you do it in the stadium?
I did it in the stadium. Right. So I went back.
Stamp.
Yeah. So the next day I had an early morning train back home. So I was at the station.
The Bone
and-
Train?
There better be a good payoff to this. Is all I've got.
Yeah, so I felt a fart, but I kind of like felt something
So you
leaking
shit your
in my butt.
pants.
Exactly, but it's not like shit. It's just liquid poop.
That's
So
shit.
I took off.
It's not shit. It's just poop.
liquid. It's liquid shit. So I took off my pants and in the stall, and I took
You
off my
did the
underwear.
WV.
Yeah, son up, but it's not like dump shit. It's liquid shit. So I took off my underwear and I see my pants if it's nasty, if there's stain on it. So there was no stain on my jeans, but there was a stain on my underwear, so I had to throw it out. And I went back home with no underwear back home. It was a
Hell
really
yeah,
awkward
going
thing.
commando.
Yeah, so fast forward a couple years later, I went to an indie show in South Jersey in 2013, and I wore 2 pairs of underwear just in case. So, and I didn't eat nothing. I just some fans were passing out cookies, baked cookies, like peanut butter and vanilla and
They were trying to get you, Lexar.
cookies. Yeah. I ate
They're trying to
some of the
fucking
cookies,
get you.
but I never ate. But I never took a shit. I did use the bathroom to pee, but that's it. But
This
I
is
didn't feel no
awesome.
gas or anything. See, Bruce's ghost likes my story, unlike Jack, who's probably bored to death.
Dude, the world
That's-
needs to know about this.
I was
man.
not.
Jack, I thought you like. I thought you liked the poop and pee and cock and all this stuff because you're the
Say more of those words. Caca.
Mikey B says the best crap dance ever.
That will only work if a stripper took a shit or she was doing the dance.
You have to pay extra for that.
Yeah. Maccabee,
No, she had to pay me extra because she shitted on my pants
yeah.
if she did it. If a stripper pee or shit on my lap, she has to pay me instead of me paying her because
Damn,
she
what if you discover you really like it?
I actually don't like it. And I
You know
heard some
from
stories about
experience?
strippers
You've
No,
had a stripper just
I-
shit on your lap?
and I read a story a stripper that did shit on
Tazo
Thanks,
pays
lap.
good money for
Watch it.
that.
I had a girlfriend
How
who
would you know?
she sat on my lap. She was kind of a jerk. She sat on my lap and just farted. And I pushed her. I was like, what the hell? And she started laughing at me. What a jerk. She did it on purpose. It's gross.
You
Horror
like
Biz
people
says
kick her
this
in
is
the
a
face?
pretty cool story.
No. You don't kick your girlfriend in the face, Lexar. Then she won't have sex with you. Duh.
Does Lexar get his own version of the WV? The crap dance sounds great. The Lexar. Man. Damn. So you still get cheeseburgers when you go to the stadium, or did you give them up?
I went to
after that?
Grand Slam and a cheeseburger along with a medium soda cost about $25. So I said, screw that. And I just get chips.
That's an expensive shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fully fries. I would not pay close to $30 for cheeseburger and a medium soda at a stadium or an arena. How about you, Jack? You go to
No, I told you no before. Last time I went to a show, it was like $15 for one slice of pizza. I was like, fuck that. Why is the show not high enough energy for Dob? Dob says it's only your boring show, bitch. Jackson says, whoa, buddy, in your head is my show a choice, and you're saying it's boring. Why are you even a mod? Dobstein Meyer replies, doing this isn't making your show any better, bitch. IYH for life. And Jackson says, you've been fooled. I don't know. And then he shit his pants. But it was liquid poop, so it wasn't shit. Jackson, there are only 4 left. Have you found your money mark yet? Now it's your time to get it. The real acclaimed AEW World Trios belts. Only 10 made. And there's 4 left of the 10 they made.
Ooh.
So you can get them now for the low, low price of $4,999. I'm going to buy all 4 right now. 20
Let me
grand.
go hit the casino and try to win that amount of money.
The casino got hacked when I was there. I went to the casino Monday.
Whoa.
And you zap. I have a card at the casino where you put it in the machines when you're playing, and you get you get money, free slot play, and you get comp for foods. And anyway, the card would go through. It kept saying, and apparently everyone had the same problem. And then after a while, you couldn't put the slips into the machines. And you couldn't put them into the machine to get to cash out for cash. And they start telling us you got to go wait in the line for the cashier. So I went over to the cashier, and it was this giant line. I stood there for like 20 minutes, and then I was like, "Fuck this! If I'm gonna do this every time, I'm leaving." And then they were saying that they were hacked, not just that casino, but all the casinos in the area.
Whoa.
And they supposedly it was some other country hacked into the casino.
Mm-hmm.
Some Asian
Hamas.
country. No, it was the Asian country. Why is Dean Maya still a mod when he's barely there and thinks the show is boring? Dobbs is my boy. I like Jackson. I like Dobbs. My young boys are fighting. I got to put them in timeout, get them together. I met Dobbs in London twice. He's a good man. He's the only person I let ride my pink bunny.
They were fighting over the Weekend and Bad Bunny.
They're fighting over my love. It's what it boils down to. Everything else is just an excuse. They are competing for the love of Jackie Jones. But what they don't know, what they can't know, but what they should know is that Jackie Jones has enough love for every God-given member of the Headyverse. All the way from originals like Tazo the Greek and Jobs to current stars like Bruce and Lexar to the Godfather himself, Vic Schiavone, to even low-down scum like Swax. I've got the love for all of them. Maybe not Swax, but Pepe Petit and Jackson and Dobbs and Nikhil, Horror Biz.
Even Lexar?
Even Lexar deserves the love of Jackie Jones. Because I am just that damn great that I have so much love in my heart.
I feel bathed in light.
You're
It's
no
amazing.
Hamas.
I
Jack
am
is
like
no
the sun itself. I have enough love and energy to keep you all warm. But you can't, just like the sun, you can't get too close or you'll burn up.
Whoa.
I wonder if they're listening to the In Your Head podcast in other parts of the world right now, where it's
There was a time period, I haven't checked for a long time, where we had a lot of viewers in Saudi Arabia. Actually, this was pre Blood Money show.
You're kidding.
No,
But now that you
not
keep
kidding.
talking about it about Blood Money show.
Yeah, maybe they've
Come on.
abandoned us since then. But
Pander.
this was like honestly like 10 or 12 years ago. It was a while ago, but we had a lot of. It was back when I was
Wow.
still doing the cooking videos, when I was still doing grilling with Jack, and my joke was like they would actually show my videos. They'd be like, "This is the ugly American. This is what we are against," and they would just show me like grilling like big giant steaks and stuff. But I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they do love me. How do I find out?
Maybe
You
they
should
were
check-
Hamas in you.
I'd Google it.
think it was Hezbollah, actually, Lexar.
Oh my
But,
god.
You should tap into that market there, Jack. That
Yeah,
Saudi
it's a big
Arabia.
market. Try
Your
India.
horror- Your horror shit and your horror stuff and your wrestling stuff.
Maybe you should go to a different market,
Wow.
like Latin.
So
Colombia.
No, maybe-
94.8% of our viewers are men. Only 5.2% of the viewers are female.
That they say it's 6%, like for females for like video
With-
games and like
Without
shit like
Your
that.
Head has a much. It's not the majority, but it's a much higher percentage of female listeners.
Wow, that's
You
awesome.
should tap into that, Jack.
Yeah, tap that ass.
I wonder if my friend moved the needle any.
Hell yeah.
Did she remember the one I told you? She said that IYH was mentally healthy. So
There you go. Oh, here we go. I found it.
It's like spell check.
So here's
That's
wow. It's not very many. They don't list as many here as they used to, but so our top viewers is probably no surprise: Canada, UK, and United States.
You need more.
You should tap
Canada.
into a new market, Jack.
Well, how do you don't just do that? How do you can't just like I'm tapping into a new market? How do you go about doing that?
I don't know. Beats the hell out of me. You're the internet, Mark. You know everything about the internet, so you should like tap into how to expand into South America, into Brazil, and Portugal.
Mhm.
Oh, come on,
What if
Jack.
what if you started watching UFC, right? And you started getting a bunch of bald dudes and like jacked up dudes calling into the show. Would Lexar, would you still keep calling in if there were like a bunch of roided out dudes calling into the show, threatening to slap arm bars on everybody?
Hell yeah. I'll bro it up.
Let me
Well,
put.
I
I'm
look-
gonna put in for instead of. I'm gonna try to find the most viewed in the history of the show. In the history of the show. Let's see.
Mhm.
So it's like the fast lane of in your head.
I'm trying to figure this. I'm trying to find. Here we go. So the most viewed in the history of the show.
In Indianapolis.
Trying to pull. Oh, here we go. It's coming up now. So let's see. Wow, it's quite a few countries here. So I'm gonna start at the bottom and work way up. How many are there? There's what 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's quite a few. I'll start at the bottom, work my way up. All right. Trinidad and Tobago.
Nice.
Have watched over 6 hours of In Your Head episodes.
They have to share a TV there. No, I'm sorry. That was wrong.
Vietnam has watched over 9 hours of In Your Head.
communist country.
I know someone who's from Trinidad, so if my boy Mike is listening to In Your Head, what's up, Mike? Boomba clock.
Romania, we've had over 250 unique listeners from Romania.
Romania, wow, Romania. It must be Andrew Tate listening
Hell yeah.
in between those sexy phone calls all those girls make. They listen to In Your Head.
Colombia and
That'd
Jordan
be sweet.
both have over 260.
Colombia and who?
Jordan.
Wow.
Morocco, over 270.
Can you tell what country listens specifically? Like, so who listens for Lexar? Like, what country?
Oh,
listens?
yeah. Well, I don't think we're that advanced. Bangladesh We have
You'd have
almost
to
300
analyze the data for that one.
almost
Ice.
300 unique listeners from Bangladesh.
Bangladesh. Huh.
Nepal, 360. 370 from Qatar.
Cutter.
Yeah, they're.
Come on,
The
man.
Q-A-T-A-R.
See, you need to make a real pass out for donations from the people from Qatar because they're loaded.
Yeah.
How about
Austria,
Dubai?
we got a 450.
Austria.
Israel 520.
Hmm.
Let's see. Kuwait over 500. Poland over 500. Over 600 from Greece.
Wow.
That's Saltazo there.
Yeah, that's
Strange. That's really strange, to be totally honest with you.
over 600 from Russia.
We're getting into the bro countries here.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Over 700 in Belgium and Chile. South Korea. I was thinking South Korea. I don't think North Korea is on here. Portugal and almost 800 in Norway. Now we're getting into the bigger ones here. We've got over 800 listeners in Thailand. Over 900 in Finland.
Oh yeah.
Now we're getting into the thousands of people. Over 1,000 listeners in several countries, including Argentina, Denmark, Puerto Rico, which actually is part of the United States, but it's listed here, and Singapore. Over 1,500 in Brazil, Pakistan, and Spain.
Wow.
1,800 in Sweden,
Yeah.
Egypt.
I'll wear my Swedish Chef shirt next time.
I didn't think we had so many. A Swedish Chef would be cool. Egypt and the United Arab Emirates. Now we're over 2,000 listeners in the Netherlands. Over 2,500 in Malaysia. And almost 3,000 in Italy.
Finally. I was waiting on Italy.
Yeah. Over 3,000 in Indonesia. Over 3,500 in Turkey. No, but it's Turkiye. Is that just a different spelling of Turkey?
I think I've heard of that country actually.
Over 4,000 in New Zealand.
Nice. That'd be a cool place to go.
Hell yeah. Over 6,000 in France. Parlez-vous français? Over 7,500 in both Japan and the Philippines.
Feeling peens, yo. Woo! Feeling the peens. Okay. Anyway.
Over 10,000 in Mexico. For you, Alexa.
Viva la raza.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is the top 10. Mexico is number 10. Number 9 with over 12,000 unique listeners. Saudi Arabia. So we're still pretty big in Saudi Arabia. Over 14,000 in number 8 in India.
Oh yeah.
Over 23,000. Number 7 is Ireland. Over
Cool.
Over 36,000. At number 6 is Germany.
It's your impression.
It is. It's going to start rising. Over 65,000. Number 4, Australia.
Hell yeah.
Over 330,000 at number 3 for Canada. Our number 2 over 400,000 in the UK.
Hell yeah.
And number 1 over 3 million unique views in the United States of America.
So basically, in your head,
USA.
so basically, in your head is powerful all over the globe.
Exactly. Man, we got to start being nicer to Saudi Arabia. We got a lot of listeners.
They like to hear the soothing voice of Jack Incher, myself, Steven Butler, Rick Schiavone.
They keep wondering
Deuces
when
Ghost.
Yokozuna's going to be on.
Could have a
Yeah, you should book
seance.
them. Yeah, you should book the Saudi Arabia version of Yokozuna, Jack.
I would do it if he's out
Interview
there.
him.
We should have like a wrestler seance or something. It's
Yeah.
It wouldn't be the first time.
So actually, this year we actually have a little higher percentage of female listeners because of all time, it's only 3% female listeners.
Mm.
So the female listenership is on a rise.
I'll work out more. I'll put on more some baby oil
Hell
for the
yeah.
ladies.
Maybe it was my shower scene that brought the chicks in.
Hell yeah.
I was gonna make that joke to where he'd name a country and I'd be like, "That's because of Tazo's shower video." I was watching.
No,
I had 2 screens. I was like,
So our
it's all because
biggest,
of my stripper stories.
our smallest viewership is girls between 13 and 17 and women over 55. Then after that,
I don't care about the kids. I want the grannies though. I want the wrestling grannies.
is a tie, but roughly a tie with women 45 to 54 and men over 65. Then after that is after that is boys 13 to 17. Then after that, men 55 to 64. Almost no one really. All those, it's not almost, but it's very low. And then after that is women 35 to 44. So now after this is where the majority of the people are. Is women 18 to 24.
Wow.
And then the next after that is women 25 to 34. And then our 4 biggest.
Yeah, we're still going in reverse order.
Yes. Our 4 biggest demographics are men 45 to 54. Number 3 is men 18 to 24. Our number 2 are men 35 to 44. And the biggest demographic, 45% of the In Your Head viewers are men between the ages of 25 and 34. So young men listening to the advice here of Jackie Jones.
You're like the Jordan Peterson of professional wrestling there, Jack.
Exactly.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
Gotta make your bed. Make your bed. I guess I gotta remember this. I've gotta be a better role model for all the kids out there.
Be the Mr. Beast of professional wrestling.
Yeah, I gotta
Sell like
remember all the
cookies and
kids.
like market the shit out of yourself.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Sell cat litter at Walmart with your name on it. Fuck yeah.
Cat litter.
I don't know.
Don't forget Incher. Incher is part of this In Your Head family too.
I'm just kidding.
What do you mean that? He's been with you since the start.
He ain't here now, is he? Where the hell's that bitch today? He wasn't here last week.
Well, according to you,
Yeah, 2-week jerkathon.
make it 3 weeks if he doesn't show up next week.
Whoa. Then they even tell me like what days are the best. I'm not going to that. That's
Probably the day that we're on is the best. Maybe not. I don't know. Actually, 'cause people don't go
You
by
do the
time
show like
schedules.
almost every weeknight except for Monday and Saturday and Sunday.
Mm.
our most. You want to know? Let's see. We'll do the top 30 watched episodes on YouTube. Number 30 is the Wild Samoan Sika and Afa. 29 is New Jack,
Of course,
2011.
should be higher than that.
28 is Sid Vicious from 2016. 27 is Percy Pringle Paul Bear. I'm not sure from what year, but then we have Brian Clark, Atom Bomb. Wow, I didn't think he'd be so big. I used to have Without Your Head on here as well. So Men Behind the Mask Q&A panel is on here. Then we have the Yeti Ron Rice interview. Then Dean Ambrose, also known as John Moxley. Followed by Black Jack Mulligan. Stan the Lariat Hansen. George the Animal Steel. New Jack 2012 interview. Ladies of Elm Street Q&A panel. X-Pac, very high up here. Tammy Sitch, Sunny interview from 2011. Road Warrior Animal. Sid Vicious from 2009. Scott Hall clip talking about the NWO. Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. Bobby Lashley. Kevin Nash. Dustin Rhodes. Let's see. Now we've got the three. This is the top 7 episodes. Number 7 is Lita. Number 6, Playboy Gary Hart. Number 5, Marty Jannetty. Number 4 is actually a dinner and a movie episode where we reviewed the movie Possession. Number 3 is it's interesting. Number 3 is Scott Hall. I'm not sure which. It's the 2010 Scott Hall interview. Number 2, King Kong Bundy, and the number 1 is the 2009 Scott Hall. So Scott Hall is number 1 and number 3. That's pretty impressive. Scott Hall was a big draw. Those were for that was that did not include live shows. But so there you go, people.
Mm-hmm.
The top 5 live shows were Bugsy McGraw interview, an episode from June 2000. I don't know what we talked about. June 2022. Tony Gurria interviews, number 3. Number 2 is an interview from, not an interview, show from June.
Taza.
Unfortunately, most of these have are limited monetization, so I'm not even making money off them. And
My shower scene? Really?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. And the number 1 episode, live episode, is from May 2022, when we reviewed an AEW pay-per-view. That's going to piss Lexar off, but our number 1 watched live show was an AEW Double or Nothing. Oh, that's one with Punk on it.
Fastlane of AEW pay-per-views.
Oh, fucking Fastlane. You should get it. Why don't you get a Fastlane tattoo?
Maybe I should. You know,
At least
have
a
the
t-shirt.
logo-
Yeah. Where would you get? Where would you get it?
maybe on my arm here. When I flex it,
Hell
you
yes.
see the
Every time you
Fastlane
flex,
tattoo.
you see Fastlane,
Yeah.
and then you go vroom. You go vroom.
You could tell Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Tazo,
Yeah.
you're gonna get a what kind of wrestling butthole tattoo would you get?
The fast lane for sure.
Hell yeah!
Right
Get
around the
race
rim.
car going around the
Correct.
rim.
I want to know if Fastlane is such a hot shit pay-per-view or whatever.
Yes, no.
Why did Nakamura? Why did he lose to Rollins, and then now he's doing a GTS to kind of signal that CM Punk is supposedly going to sign right with WWE or some shit. You saw that, I believe, right, Mr. Jack? He did a
Hell
GTS to
A
somebody.
little GTO.
But then shouldn't he have one? All right, so let's say Punk, forget it. What ifs and what's going to happen?
I say do it up. But I'm getting delirious here, but I need to get some sleep. So I had a good time though. We'll be back to normal here pretty soon. Things will calm down for me, but this is a busy month for me because it's I do a lot of horror stuff. So I'll be going away to Brooklyn this weekend. Next weekend is Severed Limbs Film Festival, which is the Without Your Head Film Festival. It's a free short film festival done virtually on Without Your Head. It's a fun time.
Oh, wow.
And then I'm going to a 12-hour horror movie marathon, Lexar, the next weekend. It's from midnight till noon the next day. Annabelle and I will be going to that.
If
And
you
then,
make it, if you
yeah.
make it out of Brooklyn, if I allow you, like when the gang members like go from one city to another, they've got to check in. You haven't checked in with me, Jack. So you better check in with me before
Warriors, come out
Exactly.
to play.
your little airplane, hits the runway at
I'm
JFK.
not
You
we're
better-
driving.
Oh,
We're driving from Boston.
I knew that.
You're not gonna stay in Jersey like you said you were.
I might. Well,
He's
My,
man of mystery. I'd keep it like
yeah, I'm not telling people where exactly where I'm staying. I want people showing up at my hotel in the middle of the night.
who the hell do you think you are showing up at your hotel? Lexar,
Annabelle
What night?
stab you. She carries
are
a
we
knife
meeting
with
up?
her.
when are me and Lexar meeting up in Williamsburg to kind of do a John Lennon on
oh
I've
my
been to
god.
I've been to the Dakota. That's actually where he was
You-
shot, wasn't
You
it?
saw the Dakota Kai?
No, it was like a hotel.
Yeah, isn't it called the Dakota?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dakota.
It was where he was laid up with Yoko forever. John Lennon. Woo!
I know that guy. Yeah,
Never
we were
heard
at at this hotel once.
Mhm.
They also filmed Rosemary's Baby there.
Oh yeah.
Do you live near that, Tazo? The where Lennon was shot?
No, I don't live in Manhattan. I live in Brooklyn.
Oh, that's where we went last time. Was Manhattan?
Yes.
So you're gonna go live with Tazo on the air when you meet up with him.
Good idea. Good idea, Vic. I might have to go live on my phone.
Just ambush stream.
I've got to track Jack down though. I've got to figure out which movie he's going to.
Mm. This whole time I've been watching like New York City street scenes on my TV.
Hell
been
yeah.
playing in the background, people walking around New York City the whole time.
Did you see Tazo walking around?
I haven't been looking that hard. I should do that though. I should do a Brooklyn one.
There's the Dakota.
Look for his
John Logan was
dogs.
shot.
Wow.
We were there. I don't know. It was a long time ago.
Is that your Yoko Ono, Jack?
That's the Annabelle there. So yeah, we'll be in. What do you think of this hat? Will you wear this hat, Tazo?
I think Inter should wear that hat because he looks like
Exactly.
it.
But
Does
He is. He's wearing it right there. He's wearing it right there.
So do you think that's cool, Tazo? I wore this, and
Yes.
David Incher wore that around.
Yes,
town?
you should walk. You should both wear those hats and walk down 42nd Street with those hats on, and get into a fight with like people in Mickey Mouse costumes. That's the old 42nd Street that I would prefer you be walking on with those hats on, or maybe you can go down to Stonewall, in Greenwich Village, perhaps.
He
That'd
should
be
fight. He should fight the guy with the underwear and the guitar.
The guy who
Like
shit
Jack
his
has his
pants?
ukulele, and
Oh.
they could like smash each other with the
Naked
guitar and the
cowboy?
ukulele.
That guy wears 2 pairs of underwear. That's
Is that
for
the
sure.
Cowboy? Is that the Times Square Cowboy that you're talking about?
Yep.
I'm gonna make a
Smash each other with
Facebook.
guitar.
Now, do you wish you had 2 pair of underwear when you shit your pants like that?
That's why you wore the ones the next time.
Oh. Did you start bringing a spare one after that?
Wait.
If I ever go to WrestleMania, maybe in Philly, I probably would.
Instead
Because
of
it's
wearing
a long show, WrestleMania.
Yeah. Instead of wearing 2 socks, one of your socks will be a pair of underwear, and then a sock.
No,
Fill it
I
up
don't
with
wear stuff.
Well, he
All
clearly
right.
should be wearing a diaper.
Yeah, you should start wearing Depends.
So he can
That's
just take a
what,
shit
what
right
we
there.
need to make Depends underwear, like for the WV. The OIB Depends on adult diapers. That
At
would
least
be a
make
good
one.
thing, wouldn't it?
Manufactured by Incher?
Yeah, it would be OIB branded adult diapers for the WV.
If it's made and done by Incher, then sure, why not?
Yeah, it's got Incher's face on the back of it.
It's on the package.
Yeah, no, right on the ass. When you put it on.
Oh, yeah, and it says like WB in the front.
Exactly. All right. I'm going to get out of here and go to bed. But I had fun. It was good talking to everybody. We'll be back next week. I believe Incher will be back from his 2-week wankathon. And we'll be talking to the wrestling. He'll have one big arm. One arm would be much bigger than the other because he's been getting a lot of use. All right. Good night, everybody. Thank you for joining the Headyverse. Subscribe. Share this out to your friends, your loved ones, and we will talk to you soon. Join the group, and you can talk to us all week long.
Andre the Giant. Andre was big. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was not small. No, no, no. Andre could drink, and he could fight. Drink, 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 and a fight, fight, fight. Andre was big. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was not small. No, no, no. Andre could drink, and he could fight. Drink, 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 and a fight, fight, fight. Andre the Giant. Andre was big. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was not small. No, no, no. Andre was great. He was not bad. A great big heart and a great big man. Andre was big. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was not small. No, no, no. Andre could drink and he could fight. Drink, 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 and a fight, fight, fight. Andre the Giant.
From Grenoble, France.